Chef Tanya Nicole.
Medical Edibles. Follow her, Medical Edibles. She's in the Weekend Warriors. That's on Amazon Prime. You can see that right now. Medical Edibles is her cannabis cooking show.
Season 2, hopefully, of the Weekend Warriors coming out soon.
It's coming. No hopefully about it. Yeah.
And if you haven't seen it, you should definitely check it out. Amazon Prime. We got great reviews.
Yeah, we do have good reviews. Really good reviews.
And a lot of bad ones.
And some bad ones, but
Bad ones are
mostly
funny,
good
though.
ones.
Bad ones are funny as shit. They're spot on.
So I think that's good. We just posted on some social medias. I'm gonna wait a little bit to do.
Shit's strong, dude.
What is it? Oh, the whiskey. What are you drinking?
Glenmore.
If you have any comments about it,
Comments about my dick.
that's so funny.
Did I say that?
Boom. All right, cool.
Oh.
Sorry, I'm the only one here posting to all the things, so it's
I'm on it.
It's taking me just a second.
Well,
Sorry
let us
for
know.
everybody.
Is this your first time tuning in? Are you a repeat offender? Let us know in the chat.
Yes, hit us up in the chat to let us know. Sorry, we're just getting everybody in here. I'm going back into our.
Are you drinking
Posts.
right now? If you are drinking, what are you drinking? Is it an alcoholic beverage? Is it a non-alcoholic beverage? Oh, Machete's in the house
Oh shit!
with his mask on. Emoji, emoji, emoji.
Sick. All right, so I just hit up all the peeps. All right, so that's good. Here we go.
Mm.
Today's subject is
Things that make you go.
Is Joe Exotic the most interesting man in America?
The most interesting man in America.
Let us know what you think about that. Shout out to Machete in the place.
Well, what would be the deciphering factors of
There's
the
so
most
many.
American?
I'm gonna list
like,
off.
the most.
I'm gonna list off the top of my head the outrageous things here. Not even really all outrageous, but just all. It's outrageous to all be in one person. He owns 300 tigers. Can I stop?
The most interesting man.
He has bullet hole tattoos
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
on his chest.
Joe?
I wonder if that's modeled after somebody. Like if someone like Jesse James, is that where he got shot or something like that?
Or maybe it's the 2 bullet holes that the crazy lady, she killed her husband. So
I don't know. Maybe.
maybe know something we don't.
What do you guys think?
Things that make you go.
I think all that wrapped up into one person is some crazy shit.
Mm-hmm. That was some crazy shit. For real.
It was definitely the craziest documentary I've seen in a long fucking time.
There was sex. There was drugs. There was country music.
For real, man. That shit was crazy. Really.
Well, we already got one person out. Bonesy's leaving. All right. So what else did this guy? This one guy. Let's think. He owned 300 tigers. I think you could stop there, but we're not going to stop there. He had 2 husbands at one time
That weren't gay.
that weren't gay.
That is definitely the one that just. Well, I mean, not the one because there's so many, but like that's
Meth
the
is
one
a
where
hell
it's
of a
like,
drug.
Cheers.
don't do drugs. Cheers, everyone.
He had 2 husbands at one time that weren't gay.
Drugs are bad, okay?
I think that's some wild shit. What else? What do you think?
He really had no money, but kept like being able to like.
Yeah, he kept
Get
leeching all
money?
his money from his mom.
Yeah, that shit was crazy. That's
I think
crazy.
from
took-
everybody and anybody.
He took all his mom's money. But I just think that shit was so wild. He was a gun. How'd they bill him?
He was a gun-toting-
gun-toting presidential candidate, tiger-owning, meth dealing, I guess.
Pimping.
Because I don't think he was smoking meth. I don't think so. His teeth weren't all fucked up.
Yeah, well, maybe those weren't his teeth though.
Maybe he did have money.
Maybe they were like dentures or
That's true.
what is that called?
No, they would have been more straight if they were dentures.
Yeah, true.
Good point.
You know what I mean?
Good point.
If you're gonna pay for
Veneers,
teeth.
maybe. I don't know.
What else? We're missing so much about this guy. I
Baby
feel.
teeth.
Huh?
The
He
chick
was
that
a
lost
country
her arm.
music singer.
No, I'm just talking about him. Oh, he's a country music singer.
Jesus.
Hits.
Yeah, a couple ones that I could see, but some of them were just
Terrible.
too far.
You don't know. Maybe the country music fans out there can let us know. We want to know how big were these.
They were
Like,
terrible.
this is not our area of expertise. But like, were they hits? Like, while you're feeling them?
See, I thought the same thing about I thought the same because Dramatic says in the chat that he didn't even sing or make. I thought the same thing until that one
First
scene.
thing I said.
Until that one scene where he was driving around with his tiger. Remember the tiger was
Yeah,
in the
but when
front
you're
seat.
singing over somebody else,
Yeah, I know.
I sound amazing. You know what I mean?
I would say I sing great. I sound horrible.
So what else? He ran for governor. He got 18% of the vote for governor. That's so crazy. I don't know how many people. I don't know how many people live in that state.
30.
Yeah, well,
No,
I'm sure there's a lot, but I mean they have an NBA basketball team, so they at least have 10,000 people.
Professionals. They have professionals.
I just think, man, I don't know how this guy has so much going on.
He got it going on. What? He really does, though. He has land. He has employees. He's a small business owner. Or maybe a large business owner. I don't know.
He started, it was a horse ranch when he bought it.
He started
it
off
was a horse
small,
ranch?
right?
Yeah. And then he got his first cat. And what do you think he did with those horses after?
Gave him to the cat.
Well, to feed 300 tigers, I mean, what do you? That's
That
a
was
lot.
crazy. I felt bad when they were like, we
gross
don't
as hell,
have
though. I didn't
to
like
feed
that.
them.
Like, how much do cows cost?
But they're like feeding them
I know, but it's cheaper buy the whole thing than one
Like-
part.
bad meat
guess
and
so.
shit. I didn't like that. The bad meat shit.
Yeah.
Let me see. I'll go
And then
check.
like the meth
Yeah.
guys were like, oh,
Feeding people rotten meat.
I'll take this one.
That's so funny. So that, he as of right now, he has my vote for the most interesting man in America.
So far. I mean,
Um,
2020 sucks, so I mean, might as well be this guy to lead the way.
let's go
Look
on.
at him. He's like the definition of 2020 somewhat.
Yeah, that's a good meme. That's another thing I wanted to talk about was the crazy memes that have been created because
Excuse
of
me,
this.
the average cow is somewhere between
2,000.
$2,000 and $5,000.
So a cow costs more than a tiger. I just learned that.
Cows are delicious, though.
yearlings are smaller,
Oh.
so they're cheaper, 800 to 50.
Can you drink tiger milk? You drink cow milk, and then you can eat that bitch.
Yeah, that's true.
You know, I ain't eating no tiger. I don't know how it tastes, but maybe
I don't know, fucker.
a couple tiger burgers.
Yeah, I don't know.
All right, let's move on. Let's move on to these other cast of characters. The first person I want to talk about is Saf.
Ah, yeah.
She lost her arm.
The most genuine person on the show.
No, there's one the guy with the fucking
Oh, the no legs.
Venice Beach
I have
mural
no legs.
legs.
I have no legs.
Saf got her arm tore off by a tiger and came back to work 5 days later.
Yeah,
Let's
that's what
talk
it is.
about it.
She's like, yeah, I'm good. Like, I don't want to be doing reconstruction and having to waste that whole 2 years of my life. Just cut it off. I'm moving on. I got work to do.
As long as I get my right, I think I can do the same thing.
She was like, I'm good. Well, also, those surgeries
Really?
are painful. All
I
that
don't know, man.
reconstruction, and then, like, think about it. She's going to probably have skin grafts.
2 years before she can just to start.
Damn, that,
The you know what I mean?
I mean, she was like 2 years for
Probably
5
had
days.
Probably had no health care. You know what I mean?
I think she's the hardest one.
nah, well, maybe. Nah, the hardest one's Joe
Well,
Exotic.
that's true.
When that tiger grabs Joe Exotic and starts dragging him
When he
around,
starts kicking him.
and he's just like, "Fuck you, you bitch!" I'm like, "Yo, this is the most hardcore shit I've ever seen in my entire life." There are 10 tigers in there, sizing this guy up, walking after him the whole time, and he's just like, "Fuck you, bitch!" I was like, oh
Kicking
my
him.
God.
Didn't he shoot one of them?
No, he didn't. He shot at the ground.
Yeah, he
Oh,
shot at the
yeah,
grass
Still
to like
fucked
scare
up,
them,
yeah.
and like you could see that the tiger was like, but
I
then
was
like
so
kind of kept
blown away
creeping
by
back.
that shit.
No, there was a bunch of tigers towards the exit too that he
Yeah.
had to go through.
Wait. There was tigers in this movie?
He was horrible.
Sorry, I'm
Sorry.
I'm just posting to get some people up in here.
Yeah, but Kelsey, like she was.
It was a grandma?
Kelsey Saf.
Kelsey
Safrey, she was hard. She was
Oh,
like
don't forget, you can call in if you have Zoom.
734-623-034.
I'll put that in the chat. Can you
So-
just copy? Can you
So easy to remember.
just type those numbers down, put it in the chat, so if someone wants to call in,
Absolutely.
just call in. The whole.
What up, Weedbox?
I don't know what kind. Like, if you don't think these places are cults after a girl got her arm ripped off and went back to work a week later. Well, actually, yeah, right. Did she say she went back to work a week later or a week
Like
after the amputation?
7 days after.
Yeah, I think
Oh,
it's
7 days total. Okay.
Yeah. 2 days in the hospital, then after the 2 days, she got the arm chopped off, and then
And she
5
just
more
couldn't
days went back to work.
wait to go back.
Yeah.
Weed Boggs is up in here. Shout out to Weed Boggs, the marijuana champion. I've had my arm broken. I just couldn't imagine what it would be like to have it tore off.
Well, it
Now,
wasn't
what happened
torn.
exactly?
No, it wasn't torn off.
She pulled out.
It got all fucking mangled.
the moon is still going.
Zoom.
All right, we're back.
We're back and we're better than before. Did you miss us?
We're back, and now we're black.
All right, sorry if you fell off right there. We're having technical difficulties because everybody in the world is trying to use the internet right now.
They're trying to watch this show, so
That's
people
right.
ain't soon.
So
that doesn't make sense.
we don't know where we got cut off, but we were talking about SAF. We're gonna move on. I don't know how you can think that place is not a cult after that happened. The next person I want to talk about is the person I feel extremely bad for. The campaign manager.
Yeah.
The guy who just wanted... You want to break up some weed? The guy who just wanted to
Kinda? Oh, no.
run a
Coronavirus?
campaign,
Just wants to run a political campaign.
and he watched his good friend blow his fucking brains out. Then came back to work
Yep.
because it's not a cult. Right, though?
Maybe there was just something about Exotic Joe's like personality that like drew people, like flames, like what is it, flies to a flame or?
Probably sucked a
Lots
good
to a
dick.
flame.
Yeah, sorry.
I
Okay.
just can't believe that people don't think it was a cult. Make sure if you want to call in, we have a number here. It's 734-623.
Some B says
Zero.
he's only on episode 5. Oh, I'm sorry.
Spoiler warning?
ADHD.
Here's the
I'm
number
sorry.
if you have Zoom. 734-623-034.
Who said that?
What does somebody say?
My
Spoiler
bad.
warning.
Some B said he's only on episode 5. Well, you better catch up.
Yeah, you better catch
Catch
up.
up, America.
And they get some mustard. Put that shit all over it.
But that poor guy, like, he just wanted to work on a campaign and didn't realize that he was getting involved with the fucking weirdest people in the world. And the most interesting man in the world.
I like how we gave out our Zoom and Machete gave out his the Zoom as well.
Oh,
Thank
really?
you, Machete. We appreciate
Shout out
it.
to Machete. Call us up. Shout out to... Hit us up. Let me know if you're still up in here. Because we had a little technical difficulty, but now we're back.
Like actors are
Dificultades
fighting over who
técnicas.
wants to play this guy.
Yeah,
That's what I'm
actors...
saying.
Like
Yeah.
Joe said, actors are fighting on Twitter. I mean, it's all friendly, but who's going to play which character? I think that's crazy. I think obviously Danny McBride is going to be Joe Dirt. I think that's just...
Joe Dirt.
I mean, Joe Exotic. Joe Dirt. Everyone's saying David Spade, but he can't carry that movie.
What
Like, he
about
can't carry that movie.
flipping it around?
He
If
would try to
you
turn
had
it
your
into
choice
some
of character,
comedy, you know what I mean? It shouldn't be.
You think they should do it
Comedy.
as like a drama?
It's funny enough. The whole story's already
It is
funny
a
enough.
drama. If you
It
think
totally
about
is a
it,
drama.
You know what I mean? It's a crazy ass fucking story that if you just told somebody, you wouldn't believe. But you know they have it on film, so you have to believe it. You know what I mean?
Shout out to Ray. He's
Yeah,
up
there's
in here.
news stories all
Yeah,
about that.
let's be legit. You tell someone, yeah, this guy has like 400 tigers. You know, he ran for president. He made 2 people that weren't gay. You know, not even just made him gay. He like got him to marry him.
Yeah,
At the
they
same
married him
time.
like a week after they
And one of
met
them blew his
Ray
fucking
Diaz is
head
in the
off,
house.
and then he ran for president, then ran for mayor, and then he tried to kill somebody. You know what I mean? You'd be like, that's the terror. I'm not making that movie. That movie
it's-
sounds stupid.
Yeah, it sounds
You
so
know what I mean?
far-fetched.
And that lady tried to kill somebody else. On top of that.
That's a whole
Or
subject
did-
on its own.
Yeah, allegedly killed someone
No,
else.
that bitch killed her.
Hit us up in the
Him,
chat. Let us
him,
know if
excuse
you're
me.
here.
I didn't know his gender. I didn't want to assume his gender.
All right, the next thing I want to talk about from this fucking documentary is... All right, let's move on from that poor dude. Just such a... You saw it in his face
For
that,
real, yeah.
that he really saw that. Like, no one's that good at acting. He really saw that guy do that. So, you know, I feel bad for that guy. But let's move on from him. The next thing I want to talk about is apparently if you live in Oklahoma, you can buy explosives at fucking Walmart.
Yeah, that's pretty crazy, man. we're ever taking a road trip, we're stopping in Oklahoma and blowing some shit up.
Was
I'm
it
saying that much.
explosives or like gunpowder that he was just
No,
like
it
lighting
said
on
packages of gunpowder that you blow up.
Yeah, it was
That's
nuts.
fucking
He's
insane,
like,
dude.
Carole
There's a
Baskin,
name for it or something. I don't
you want my watch? I heard you want my watch. You fucking. He went to the store, bought explosives, and
Purposely for that purpose.
blew up his own fucking watch. Then he's like, I heard you want my bed too. And he blew that thing
know.
up.
That shit was crazy.
What do you think about that? Being able to buy that shit. Like, is that? I'm all about it. Like, as far as like, this is America.
See,
But it's
around
crazy
here,
to me
no.
that you could buy that shit.
Well,
Around here, no.
yeah.
There's too many people, too many close people. There's too much money. There's too much shit going on. Out there, it's backwoods shit. You know what I mean? Like, I bet his neighbors didn't even hear that shit blowing up. You know what I mean? Let's keep it real,
A lot of
dude. You know what I mean?
land.
That's
That's
true.
what I'm saying, dude. They want to blow each other's arms off. I mean, they're fucking each other, right?
That shit is crazy.
No, that was crazy. What about the part where he was shooting at people
Yeah,
and they
that
were
was
laughing
insane,
about
dude.
it, like having
You
a
watch
good
that part when he's
time?
walking up to the cameraman. He's got his finger on that trigger.
Yeah, the whole time.
And
And
that
You know
revolver,
what I'm
dude.
thinking, right? Like,
And
they
then
were
bucks it
having
off.
a good
He
time.
bucks it off right above the guy's head. Like,
laughing about it.
shout out to the fucking cameraman because he barely moved.
That was his husband's
Probably
wife,
wasn't the
mom,
only time.
that he was shooting at.
Oh yeah, it was. Yep, it definitely was.
Mama Maldonado.
Just shooting at her.
What is
Like,
going
not-
on? Why
not
do you
aiming
think
at
that's
her,
funny?
but it was still a little much.
Yeah, he hit like 2-3 feet in front of her feet.
That was what?
That
mama?
is
His
aiming at
mom?
her. That was his mother-in-law,
Oh.
and she was laughing about like
Which
that
one?
is
The
funny.
one that died?
The
Yeah,
first one.
the one that died,
Mr.
exactly,
Malden- oh, yeah, I
exactly.
guess,
What, at the
yeah.
funeral?
No, like before he died, they like came to visit
Oh,
him,
okay.
and she's just walking around. And he's just busting shots at the ground after. I mean, he wasn't really aiming at her, like, but
Because she was probably like,
if
yo,
he's really on meth, like they're saying, then he's.
I'm sorry, I'm not trusting you.
Yeah,
I don't
she
care
was
if it's
exactly-
3
exactly.
She was
feet
on
or
meth at
8
that
feet.
funeral, I'll tell
That's
you
too
that
close for
Oh,
me.
she was on something that was sad.
she was
She was
fucked
all
up,
fucked up.
dude.
She's on some thinking that shit's funny. That's what she was on.
Let us know in the chat who you think the most insane character was. Like,
So Cody Slayton says Edward Norton could get in this guy's head and be Joe Exotic. Machete just put some popcorn in a movie reel.
man, I don't know. Edward Norton, that would be good actually. Edward Norton as Joe Exotic.
Edward
Yeah, I
Norton
like
would
it.
make it more of a drama movie.
Ooh,
For
yes.
sure.
And he could like,
You know
you know
what I
how he takes acting like
Yeah,
super
He'd
serious
he'd
too.
want to write the fucking thing, though. That's the problem.
I don't know that. I mean,
Yeah,
he
he would
pulled
get
off
too.
Fight
He'd
Club,
want too
so.
involved,
Yeah,
and I hear what you're saying about that for sure.
yeah.
Let me.
Well,
Like, the
some
story's
B
already
says
there.
Carol was a whore.
Like, the story's there. You just got to screenwrite it up. You know what I
Shout
mean?
to Glenn. Shout to Sun B.
Glenn
Carol was a
Glenn
horror.
gave it a little dab.
That's so funny.
Yo, Carol did that shit. She killed her husband. Shout out to her fucking.
Allegedly.
No, I'll be on record saying that shit, man. That bitch killed that shit.
All right, this is one thing. I mean, there's so many things that aren't being picked up. Even me, we watched it twice. Me and Tanya watched it twice.
Well, la di da, motherfucker.
And the second time we watched it,
Braggadocious, what?
oh shit! And the second time we watched it, I just picked up so many different things. This is the thing that I picked up the second time I watched it. The filmmaker, the guy who looks like with the cowboy hat, with the teeth that come out of his mouth like this. I forget his name. We could look up his name. if you
J.K.
want.
Simmons can play him in the movie.
Exactly. That guy said, that he didn't back up any footage, right?
Mm.
Rick Kirkham.
Yeah, that guy, Rick Kirkham. He said he didn't back up any footage, okay? And a fire came and it destroyed all the footage in the place. And he fell to his knees and he cried. And, okay, he didn't have any footage. And then the next day, he got
That
kicked
was when
out.
they filming the fire.
Yeah, right? The next day, he got kicked out of the fucking cult. And they said, you can't come back ever. If you come back, we're going to get the police. But where did all this footage come from? All this footage, he's in the footage.
Mm.
So, like, he's
What's
in
up,
the
yeah.
background. He's being interviewed in some of it.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
I 100% believe that he sold that footage to Carole Baskin or somebody and lit that fucking place on fire. I 100% believe that because
Yeah, she
where
probably,
did all the
she
footage
probably
come from?
contacted him and was like, yo, I'll give you a mail.
the whole
Or whatever,
documentary,
you know?
you're
Oh,
watching
yeah.
his footage. You know what I mean? And he's saying that all the footage got burnt up, and then the next day he got kicked out of the cult.
So you're saying she made a money again off of it?
Well, she
Like,
says
like
in the
also-
documentary that we contacted this guy. What was his name again?
Please hold.
Rich Kirkman. Rick Kirkman.
Rick Kirkman.
We contacted this
Kirkman.
guy and I made him an offer, and then I'm like, oh yeah.
He was the producer.
Yeah. They definitely got to that guy. He gave the footage to somebody, whether it was Carole Baskin or maybe it was somebody else. But how did you watch the footage? If it got burnt?
So Hamill Holden is in the chat. He said, "I'm new. What is this?"
This is Mind Your Manners. This is a podcast. Chef Tanya, Nicole, Myster DL, Indo Joe. Today's topic is the Tiger King taking over at least America, probably elsewhere. I think Netflix is in most countries. So. It's not like Amazon Prime. We're on Amazon Prime, The Weekend Warriors, but it's only available in a few places. So right now we're just talking about the Tiger King. If you want to hit us up and talk to us, Tanya put the number in the chat.
JG Laboratory. What's good, DL and fam? YouTube be ghosting my notifications.
Make sure you subscribe and click the bell, and you'll get all the notifications. So that was my main point. That guy lied. If you watched the documentary, you saw it was all his footage, and he was in a lot of the footage. So he's saying he got kicked out the next day. Then where did all that footage come from? You filmed all that footage overnight? No, man, I'm not buying it.
And he was bragging about that the contract that they had, he had the rights to all the video, all the online content. He had access to everything. So if you have online content, even if you burn the original, if it got put online, you have a record somewhere.
He definitely made some money off the Netflix deal, man.
Definitely made money.
You know what's crazy about the whole thing, though?
Mo
If you said it took place in the 90s, I'd be like, yeah, 100%. It looks like the hairstyle, just like there's no technology around. You know what I mean? It's just like
yeah, that's true.
But you know what? You could say it
the shit took place in '97. You'd be like, yeah.
The 90s style was coming
You'd
back.
be looking for their beepers and shit.
Frenchies.
You know what I mean?
Overall.
That's a good point. That's a really good point
They can
because
film that right now.
you don't really. It's saying it was 2017. You don't see anybody really with an iPhone.
Yeah, that's true.
Like check your iPhones
Or
at the door of the
people
cult.
constantly filming. You don't see people on their phone.
Well,
like,
let's keep it
constantly.
real. Joe took fucking people that were straight out of jail and paid them in meth and.
That leads us into.
But he gave him a place to live too.
What he just said leads us into our next point. Was Joe exotic on drugs? Because
you didn't see him do anything.
You didn't see him do any. You never see anybody said he did any. You never saw him off the top. I don't think you ever saw him drinking. He had his teeth.
I think he was
He had his wits about him.
bipolar, actually. I think he was more like
he was
because
sharp.
of that.
He had a little bit of a twitch, but
He
had
was
his
like
wits.
super smart. I mean, you have to be smart to
He's a
pull off all
narcissist,
that.
but he was.
But maybe he was bipolar because sometimes he would be like super happy, and other times he'd be like super fucking mad and like everything agitated him.
Glenn says meth. What's going on in the chat? Let us know.
So
I always thought when I was younger,
Cody
bipolar.
says
I
Carol's
was always
current
like,
husband is the craziest guy on there.
Yes.
Hashtag man on a leash.
We're getting to him. Man on a leash. Hashtag man on a leash. That's what we were gonna say.
Cody.
hashtag he lost his
We own
virginity to her.
Yeah, he definitely lost his virginity to her if they ever had sex. If they ever had sex, that was the first time. That guy is. Oh, we're not even gonna get into that guy because he's on the list.
He's on the list.
He's on the list. He's on this list.
That
Oh
poor,
my God.
I was gonna say that poor bastard, but he walked into that.
Yeah.
He
Like,
decided to marry that.
Yeah. Let's jump. We're on it. Let's just jump to it.
Joe.
He married someone who was under investigation for murdering her previous husband.
I won't date a girl that had herpes.
Did she put that on her online dating profile? Like, you think it was one of the things? Like,
That's so
currently have a case?
It's like the picture of her in the newspaper is her profile picture. It's like, oh, it's a good picture of me, right? It gets my good side and shit, you know.
It had all them
was so-
flashes.
I don't look super fucking creepy every time I smile at the fucking camera. Dude, that bitch creeped me out. And like, let's be real. Everybody in this thing shit look like a cartoon character. You know what I mean?
Yeah, they did.
You could like, if you could just imagine cartoons, you'd be like, yeah. It's not that far off. You know what I mean?
Shout out to Rocco.
People were so weird looking. Is that what all of Oklahoma looks like?
Shout out to Hamill.
I
Sorry if
don't
I'm
know.
saying your name wrong.
Let's not be prejudiced, but we just got a little taste of.
I got family in
everything.
Nebraska, and they're pretty fucking weird. So.
Yeah, I said Hamill. I said the Tiger King is the most interesting man in the country. That's what I said.
Right
What up,
now?
Rocco
Yeah.
Films Arts? He says, or she says, loves this, looks great. I'm
See, like,
assuming it's a guy. But I'm not sure.
Coronavirus, Joe Exotic.
Yeah, he saved us. He
He's
saved
like
us
right.
from talking
He's right
about
there. Actually.
fucking coronavirus, and for a few days we talked about this fucking.
Few days we weren't washing our hands.
Yeah.
Just kidding. We wash our hands here. It don't matter.
That's so funny.
You wash your hands while watching the Tiger King on the phone.
You notice we're not sharing joints.
Yeah, we're not sharing joints. We're not sharing jabs. We're not sharing drinks.
Nope. No one's gonna drink my drink anyway.
All right, so let's keep on this fucking guy. What's his name? Look up this guy's name.
Oh,
Howard.
yes,
It's
sir.
Howard Baskin. That's his name.
Howard.
The leash. Someone mentioned it in the chat. As soon as I saw that leash, I looked over to Tanya and I went,
Wasn't that their wedding?
Yes!
that was their
Wasn't
wedding.
There was a wedding photos.
I looked over her.
So that means they premeditated
He
that
was
shit
like-
and brought it.
I do.
That dude gets strapped up and she beats the shit out of him.
First
Like,
of all,
and she goes, I'm gonna slather you with fucking sardine oil. Watch my tigers go all fucking nuts and crazy and try to eat you.
My personal opinion on him, after watching it twice and looking at him and just purposely watching him the second time, he's definitely a serial killer.
well, first of all, what was that conversation of,
I watched Dexter
for
twice.
our wedding, this is what I want you to wear?
That
Like, what was that
motherfucker.
conversation like?
He
Did
was.
she asked him, or she
He's
just
terrified.
like,
He's either terrified of her, or he's just weird, man. Some people are just weirdos.
He was weird,
And
dude.
you could see it in him
He
that
was
he's a
weird.
fucking weirdo.
He was singing some play to her and shit.
He may be a
It
weirdo, but
wasn't
he's like,
You are my sunshine.
like,
in
seems like
the
he's intelligent
autumn.
though. In other,
Like,
in
yeah.
other regards, it seems like he's intelligent. Like, he's well spoken
Yes.
and all of
I
that.
will give you that.
You know, he's just
Maybe he just like read the article,
that's what he
was
likes.
like, yo, she killed someone, for real, and was like, I kill people and eat them too.
Let's do it
Oh, you feed
together.
them to tigers? Oh, thanks.
Maybe he has a fetish for that. Maybe he sees her as a
A
threat to him.
dominatrix, yeah.
Maybe he likes
That's what I'm saying.
dominant
The
women
leash
who
should
look
definitely. Yo, what's that
non-threatening.
shit called? BDSM, right?
Mhm.
Shot in the chime if I'm right.
Yeah.
Tied each other up and
What's
she probably
going on? What do you
fucking.
guys think?
What's it
Yeah,
called?
let us know, man. So far,
Carole?
yo, yeah.
She's a fucking
Carole.
crazy, man. Crazy.
Carole sounds like a crazy name.
Holy
No
shit,
offense.
man.
Like, you're either really, really cool or really, really crazy if your name's Carole. Like, there's no in between.
There is no in between.
Hey, buddy.
Shout out to Machete for sharing our video on Facebook or our live on Facebook. We're just getting started with this, so it's all new, you know.
How about meat truck pizza?
Oh my God,
That was like
Oh,
That
when they opened
chicken-
up their pizzeria.
that chicken
They're
juice
like,
pouring
they're
out the bottom of the
definitely-
barrels.
Yeah.
First of all, where are they giving this out? Where is this like? Where they're like, oh, this meat is old.
He said
Not
it
even
like,
like box
if you
pantry
bring
stuff.
meat up to the register and then you're like, oh, I don't have the money for that. They can't put it back because it's been out. So that just goes right in the back and they just, you know what I mean? People like that buy them. Not them, but I'm sure, like, you know what I mean? I don't know what the
Understood.
fuck.
Maybe-
They throw them out and then the fucking bums eat them. I don't know.
Okay.
You know what I mean? it's,
That fucking meat
Unless
juice
you got a bunch of
pouring out the
tigers.
bottom of
Oh.
that barrel,
Oh, salmonella everywhere.
bathe in it.
and they were picking out of it. The workers were picking out of it.
Yeah, eating it.
This guy's like, oh, this stuff's a little bit frozen still.
Oh my God, you're dead. You're dead 1 day later.
Talk about the bat flu. That guy's eating the fucking the chicken gut juice pouring out the bottom of that shit had me fucking.
I'm sorry. I'd be like, oh, I can't be in the commercial. I'm not
Okay,
feeling
good.
well today. I don't want to eat that.
Hey, buddy.
Passing that.
And then he
Corona
was like,
pass.
oh, the pizza's so good. I don't know. Did it pass the pizza? Did it pass the 1 bite test? When he lifted up the pizza, it was like, meow, meow, meow. Like, yeah, eat a pizza while watching the Tigers. You're thinking, you're gonna be my lunch.
You're
next.
really close to them too. When they showed how close they were to those tigers, when they were where they would have been
But
sitting.
compared to the
I
camera.
was like, oh, it was maybe even closer than that.
I'll be the first one to say, I want to pet a cub now. After watching that shit.
Yes.
I know it's wrong.
And I'm
But
blown
let's
away.
be real. Okay, like they said, there's less than 4,000 in the wild, and there's almost 10,000 in America. Okay, so I understand it's wrong, but they are keeping the species alive, dude. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And the people that are cutting the forest down are the real fucking people that, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I understand that it's bad, but it's also keeping the species alive. Now, if you could keep a rhino in your house, if a rhino was this big, there'd be tons of rhinos. People, I get a rhino. Someone comes to my house and I just let my rhino out. You know what I mean? Get the fuck out of my house. My rhino
A
might get the fuck
rhino?
out, dude. You know
What
what I
kind
mean?
of animal will you have in your house? What's your number 1 pick?
But there'd be more rhinos. That shit's sad as fuck when you see like one of the last rhinos and shit. You're like, what the fuck, man? What the? Just for a fucking horn, dude? Like, come on, man. It's
Yeah.
plastic. I know that shit's killing the world too, but
Yeah.
come on, man.
Well, it says right here, let's see. Macheta says, talk about all the good stuff to eat in times like these.
What, like?
Like, you mean like stuff
old
you have
pizza?
in your house?
Like
or
old pizza with Walmart
things that you crave?
expired Walmart meat on it. Oh,
That
Things-
motherfucker sold
things you
that shit
crave
to
to
people.
A lot of people have been telling me like they've been craving a lot of like home cooked stuff, like lasagna, like comfort foods.
Right? Because they're all living at home. Why the hell would they crave?
I don't know, it's something about.
I'm craving fucking motherfucking Pizza Hut, motherfucking Domino's. I'm craving
What
some
else?
motherfucking just all fat. Taco Bell would be like. I know it's disgusting and it'd probably make me give the Rhea, not the Rona. But, yeah,
Number 3, not the 2.
it's-
So what would you get, Joe? If you could eat Taco Bell, what would you want to eat? What would you want to eat out there?
It's tacos.
Tacos? You taco supreme taco?
Mixture of both.
Oh, he likes the crunch and the soft. What about you guys?
the crunchy and the soft.
Someone said vitamin C. Well, you can get vitamin
No, it's
C
hard or
from
soft.
oranges,
It'll be
orange juice,
Soft, but thanks for those.
tomatoes. What are you craving? Are you craving anything?
Am I craving anything? Craving? I don't know. I don't know if I'm craving anything really. Honestly, you know why I'm not craving anything? Because I'm absolutely terrified of someone making my food. And going like this.
Or just going.
Okay,
exactly.
we're talking about if you could get it from a place that is extremely pristine and
Still don't matter.
tip-top
Tom Hanks has it.
sanitation.
Tom Hanks has it.
I'm craving a movie
Chef
theater.
Boyardee or whoever
Okay,
can have
I'm
it.
not talking about right now with Corona. I'm talking about like Corona's over.
Oh, Corona's over.
They got no more new cases. There's no reoccurring cases. We're good. It's like officially 100. I'm gonna go balls to the wall. What are you eating?
Microwave popcorn.
Damn, I don't know. That's a good question. What am I eating?
You know what I'm craving is a movie theater.
Yeah.
I want to go see a movie, man. It's
See
been
it on
so
big
long,
screen.
dude. Just sit in the movie theater, hit the surround sound and shit, you know. And they keep pushing back all these movies that I want to see. You know what I mean? Just like
Maybe it'll be like a really good summer blockbuster, like summer.
if we can actually go out.
Yeah.
True
Please.
story.
Oh, please.
Like you can go out, but you can't do anything.
Yeah.
And then if you get caught out in certain places, they're like,
You be locked up.
my ass is. Come catch me, Parker. Come catch me, Parker.
Can you jump over this
Come
fence?
catch me,
Can you?
exactly. Fuck you, motherfucker. Do you really want to come and chase me? Because I'm running.
Macheta says he's eating up foods that can boost his immune system.
Like what? Weed?
Well, that's why he said vitamin C. JG Laboratory said that he has a whole chicken and veggies cooking right now, and a cold White Claw, which what I learned from my girl Melissa. Shout out to my girl Melissa out in Vegas. It's basically like club soda with alcohol.
Damn, I had a pup tart
I'm
this
feeling
morning.
that, JG Labs.
What?
I had a pup tart this morning, blueberry.
Oh my god.
He
That
says,
sounds good.
"What's up,
It
Joe?"
was pretty good. Who's that?
JG Laboratory says, "What's up, Joe?"
What up, what up? I don't know who you are.
Yeah.
I'm trying to get that in there.
Well, I'm craving probably the worst thing that people are gonna totally judge me on.
What?
Work?
No. Talking about food. I can't eat work. I mean, I guess I kind of can. But a New York City Chinese food egg
Ugh.
roll.
That-
Facts.
That roll?
Facts. Like, when I go to New York, it's like top 3 things I want to eat. It's just got a different flavor from the ones here in
Call me
Massachusetts.
racist, but I ain't going to Chinese food for a
And
few
it's
years.
crunchy, and
I
it's
didn't
a
know
little
that.
bit of oil. It's a little bit of like vegetables up in there. Got a little bit of pieces of pork. Like
That
just
rolls?
when you bite the tip of it, it's like hot. You're almost burning your mouth.
And
Put
Batman
with
didn't
soy
even eat
sauce.
that.
So yummy. But yeah, that's at least top 3 things that I would want to eat.
Alright, let's get back to this.
Really, really want.
Is that how we wanted to talk about Carrie's goofy ass husband?
Holy shit, dude.
I mean-
she was crazy, dude.
You could tell he's like enamored with her, for sure.
Yeah.
Like whatever she says is the truth.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Like-
I just think he's scared.
She wears the pants and the strap on.
Well, if
I
your
just think she's-
wife could
she's scared
potentially
of him.
kill you at any moment, I think you would be
Well, let's be
doing
real.
whatever
no,
she
like,
wants.
the dude puts a restraining order on her, and then she files for a will that says disappearance, not just in the case of my dad.
Oh yeah, that's a good point. I
Fucking
forgot about that.
crazy.
Yeah, yeah.
That is insane because nobody fucking does that.
Yeah, the
in the case of my
attorney said.
disappearance, I wouldn't say that. My disappearance, maybe I'm on a fucking island banging some fucking hula chicks. You know what I mean? What the fuck, dude?
Maybe
I was
he
just sick
got
of your
tired.
tiger ass dressing like a
Exactly.
tiger, trying to have me, trying to eat me.
Trying to put me on a leash
Yeah.
with some Flintstone looking outfit.
Imagine he's still out there, like he just took all like half his money, like he had
It's
way
probably
more.
worth it to
He
him.
looks
He's
like
like,
he had way more money. He's just sitting on an island right now, going, "Yo, you coronavirus motherfucker."
He
Stupid
was like
asshole.
$5 million.
Chill-
Well,
Well, that's
Chill
just
with a couple
like,
tigers.
his lawyer actually did say that. That's a good point, Joe. His lawyer said that he had been burying money.
Yeah.
Burying shit.
So he was like, "Oh, this
Burying
bitch
your
she got
money is the
control
best
over
thing to
me." Well, I don't think so.
No bank can come, or no government can come take your buried money as long as you
It's true until they
take your
until they
house.
change money. They
No,
they
that's
do
why
it
you
with
buy
big
gold.
faces.
You buy gold and bury gold like a bunch of pirates. Yeah.
Gold's the way to go. There's only so much of it, and the price is always gonna go up.
All right, cool. I was trying to do something. Let's see. My next question, before we get into Carole Baskin, because that's just a whole fucking thing. My next question is,
Terminology, what's up?
who was the most normal person on this shit?
The guy with no legs.
Yeah.
Cody says every time he's taking a 5-0 shot, he's taking a Captain Morgan shot. Just
Oh,
made my
shit.
own drinking game. Gonna turn
Nice.
into County Cody tonight.
That's
County Cody?
Definitely the guy with no legs.
I'm saying the guy with the no legs. I forget his
Wait,
name.
what
I'm
was the
sorry out
question?
there,
I'm
guy
sorry.
with no
I
legs.
know.
Who's the most normal guy on the show? Normal person on the show.
The guy with no legs, straight up. Dude.
It's gotta
Honestly,
be the
the
guy with
first
no
the
legs.
first episode, I thought it was gonna be the Doc guy, Doc and Telly's or whatever. But then they were just like, yo, this guy runs a cult. This
Yeah,
guy-
I think him and Kelsey.
he was crazy, dude. That
Maybe
Doc guy,
Yeah.
Doc and or whatever the Baknabak, whatever the fuck his name was. I don't know. Yeah. He spelled that out for the damn camera like a retard.
Hell yeah.
They
Oh,
kept
you know
making him
who-
look like an idiot though. That was cool, you know. Like, should we do this over here? Man, I'm trying to direct and shit. It's like,
The other guy with the long
am I
hair
directing? Is this
that
my
likes the
documentary or is this
apples.
your documentary?
I forgot what his name was.
Doc and Tilly's or whatever the fuck it is.
Let me see.
He was like, he got 18-year-old chicks and brainwashed them.
Eric
The fuck
Cowie.
He was like, yo, you want to play with this tiger? Look at this tiger. This tiger's pretty cool. Ha ha. It's my dick.
Yeah, all his
You know, it's
interns
like,
that
what
were
is-
17, he ended up marrying, they said.
Mm-hmm.
But this guy here, Eric Cowie, he had the long hair.
Yeah,
He
yeah.
was
Do you
also-
think he's normal? That's the guy I,
think-
thought was normal.
Yeah, that's
He was a
he's
little
definitely
trashy.
one of them.
Oh yeah. I know what you're talking
He
about.
was a little
He actually
trashy.
enjoyed the animals.
Yeah.
Yeah,
He
yeah.
was a little trashy, but he was the normal dude.
Yeah.
He wasn't just a creepster. I mean, he was in a cult.
Yeah. Let's be real. But he could have been one of them guys that he just grabbed out of jail, and he knew, hey, I got a place to
job.
stay. I got a job. This guy gives me meth when I want it. You know what I mean?
Meth on demand, MOD.
There's got to be a part two.
Yeah, there's definitely a part two.
Because all you keep seeing is there's more. There's more.
I don't know, but there was
there's
definitely
more.
some self-suction and meth heads going around. I mean, you're around tigers all the time, and you ain't fuck up once
You
in
think
the
you
cage or
think
with
Joe
me.
got done wrong? I think he got done wrong.
I don't think he had tried to have that lady killed.
No.
I think he
He talked
did
about
that to
it.
himself by talking about it so much.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
making
He
it such
talked
a big
about it.
spectacle.
I mean, who doesn't talk about? Oh, we're like to fucking kill them,
Yeah.
motherfucker.
I think
You know
it
what I
was
mean? You
more-
don't fucking.
Yes.
I mean, he kind of took it a little far, but let's be real. He deserved 22
Dramatic
years.
says the guy in the beginning of the first episode who said, "I've been working with tigers for 25 years and never been bit." The next shot, he
He
was
gets
being
bit.
attacked. Good
That is
point.
true.
Good
That's a
point,
good point,
drama.
Dramatic. That is so true because they think they use that for the trailer.
Yeah, for sure.
You want some of this?
Sure,
You
why
want some of
not?
this? There's other shit too.
Let's put it in the martini glass. Let's do it.
What are you guys drinking on out there?
Would
This
we
is our
spit
first
off
time
the
drinking.
zipper?
Actually, her second time, my first time.
No, but I haven't drank like in 2 weeks now.
Yeah, about 2 weeks at least.
2 weeks, yeah.
What are you guys searching, sipping on out there?
Sipping on some sister.
We're all over the internet right now, being live streamed on other things. If you're watching this somewhere other than YouTube, go to my YouTube. YouTube/Myster DL. This is the real video right here. You're just watching like little.
How about the size of those
drugs.
fucking ligers this guy had? The doc guy? Those things were fucking huge, man.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Oh
Those crazy animals that they
Oh,
had.
Jesus Christ,
so
man.
many of them. I feel bad when they were like, oh, we can't feed the wolves. We don't have enough food
Yeah,
for the
that shit made me
bears.
feel.
Like,
I'm like, yo, come on,
look,
man.
if you have an animal, you need to make sure that you can feed them.
Oh yeah, I didn't like
That's
that
the responsibility you took on when you took those animals.
I didn't like that part. Yeah.
That was like, I was like, oh. And that was when they were like giving out the Walmart meat.
Yeah, it's just gross, man. Come on, man.
I said, like, also for like animals, there's a difference with you like killing your own animal and
Most
someone
of them were
giving
grown
you.
in captivity.
That's true. That's true.
They were only handfuls.
But I guess that helps them make them more docile as well,
Yeah.
right? Because they're like, oh no, we ain't having this one wild
What's
out.
up, buddy?
Oh.
Gotta
Bailey
switch
woke up. Bailey says, "What's up?"
You heard tigers.
Bailey heard him?
Yep. What about you guys? What are you guys? Are you drinking? Are you just sitting on the
What's
couch?
smoking now?
Just all on the social media, all about the phone. JGL says, "Damn, I was buffering for like a minute there." Nah, ours is good. Maybe yours is slow. Your area is.
No, we were so many people trying to use the internet in the world right now.
Yeah.
That's all it is. Sorry, I'm
Let's see.
trying to plug in different
CC
charges
Play
here.
Says, "Yo, what up? Goodness, y'all. Goodness back. Like, what can we say?
What was that?
We good to be back.
Switching it up. See, oh, I guess
Oh,
over here
yeah,
there's a
we're
little
glitching.
bit of delay.
Glitching.
There's a little bit
Glitching,
of delay.
glitching.
Oh,
Oh,
we're
there
like
you go.
twerking and
Oh.
does it look cool? No, I don't know. But yeah, like it was just really interesting. Like we watched it twice already. And it's not like
Stop rubbing it on my face, would you?
I'm sorry, but it's not
Jesus.
like we got bored of it. It's just every time you watch it, you see
Excuse
something
me
new.
for being essential and have to work.
Thank you. I appreciate you.
Excuse me.
All you people out there that are out working because you have to, not because necessarily you want to, I appreciate you. I hope you're getting overtime or getting some kind of compensation, whether it's your boss being extra thankful, maybe extra lenient if you're one of those people that at work get to work late or something, or maybe they let you check into social media every once in a while.
All right,
They're not too strict.
let's get into it.
Uh-oh. He's back.
Carole Baskin, what's up? Did she do it or did she not do it?
AKA OJ?
They blown it out of proportion?
Right? Nah, that's just OJ, man.
I didn't even drink that much. I was trying to do the
glove fit,
tea
bro.
meme. Like, oh, I'm sipping tea.
That glove fit, dude. Like I was
Carole
saying
Baskin,
earlier.
did
Yo,
she
like,
do it or she didn't?
Like I was saying earlier. Okay, you accuse me of murder that I didn't do, I'm gonna get upset. Even if it's 10, 15 years later. I'm gonna get pissed off, dude. Like I was saying earlier, right? Like, if someone farts and it stinks up the room, right? And you blame me, and it wasn't me, and that's a fart. She just brushed that shit off, dude. She was just like,
Was it that?
Cody says she's guilty as fuck.
Hell yeah, that's what I'm saying, dude.
Her brother was a cop in the town. You already lost me.
Buck says absolutely fed her husband to the cat.
See what I'm
Knew
saying?
about
dude?
adding sardine oil to or whatever.
Her first husband disappeared.
Number one reason. She
Second
has
husband.
crazy fucking eyes.
She did a,
And when I look at her, I'm like, oh my god, that is a murderer.
Creepy.
she did the OJ. If I did kill them, this is how I would have done it.
Yeah.
With the whole sardines. I think it was sardines or anchovies, whatever it was. Small little
Something
tiny
like that.
fish.
One of those.
Yeah, she was like, no, you don't put cologne. They don't like that shit.
Stupid.
Suspect.
This is how you kill
What
him.
do you guys think?
This is how you
You
kill
think
him.
she
no way.
slipped up?
She did that shit. And it's either gonna kill her business or help her.
Well, there ain't no evidence because the tiger already shit that shit out. They already disposed of
I
that
mean, there's
shit.
gotta be if she really did, there's blood somewhere.
Even
Like,
as
you know what I
Crockett
mean?
says, if you want a tiger to eat someone, sardine oil.
See, sardine oil.
Sardine oil.
All right.
Hashtag everyone sardine
Everyone
oil.
seems to be on board with that, so I guess there's no reason to argue it.
Allegedly.
Well, how would you argue it?
We wouldn't.
It's so hard to argue. Like, be on her side for a second.
Okay, let's stay.
Like,
let's. I'm a Libra, so
I
let me
didn't
go
kill
on
my
that side.
husband.
I didn't do it.
Okay,
The media.
He was trying to divorce me.
sensationalized it.
He got a restraining order on me.
Okay.
He didn't want to be with me anymore. He was gonna take all my tigers and my cats away. We probably had talked about you ain't getting shit when we fucking leave. You know what I mean? And then miraculously, I'd say I can't even defend her, dude.
No, I
Yeah,
can though.
sorry.
Ready? I got it.
I can't. It's so hard to
They
defend.
said
her,
he
dude.
had a girlfriend in Costa Rica,
Okay.
right? So I'm thinking.
Yeah, because she was fucking crazy. Why would
Also, he
she
wasn't.
probably wasn't crazy at first.
He
And then all
probably
of a
saw
sudden,
a girl in Puerto Rico, in Costa Rica once. He was like, oh, there's a girl. And his wife's like, oh.
well, no, like,
Not even that,
she
like,
probably wasn't crazy at first.
he
And then
wasn't
she
a
started
disgusting looking
getting
man.
money. She
And
had
he
the money because he was rich already. And then she found, loved all these tigers, loved all these animals, these bobcats, whatever the fuck they had. And then, like you said, he met somebody else because she was fucking started being boring as fuck. You know what I mean? She probably started growing those crazy eyes. You know what I mean? He saw that
He started
shit.
going like
yeah,
this.
Yeah, he saw that
over
shit. He
her
was like, yo,
lifetime.
I want to get away from this bitch. She was like, you ain't fucking leaving me, motherfucker.
Cody says millionaires just don't walk or fly away from their fortunes. They do. They got money buried places.
I think we're all on board with that. So I think I don't think there's-
Maybe they do if you know you're gonna get fed to a tiger. You're like, you know what? She's gonna feed. I can't fall asleep around here. She's gonna feed me to a tiger.
I'm gonna
You
just
know what I mean?
step to the left and just take the back door.
She had
get
that shit
my
all
money.
premeditated, writing in a journal. Who the fuck writes a journal? 8-year-olds write journal. Not fucking adults. I'm sorry, dude. I'm sorry. Maybe you do out there. I apologize if I offended you.
Sorry.
So what Joe is saying is that
Apologize.
journals is just evidence against you. So don't write a journal.
Doug wrote a journal. The goddamn cartoon.
All right.
Huh?
The weirdest thing maybe in the whole episode, in the whole series, was
That guy's
Joe
cheese?
Exotic's
Oh, no.
fucking funeral speech to Travis. Where he was talking about his balls.
What is wrong right there?
About how this guy used to put his balls in his face in front of himself. But I will say, I said it both times I watched it, when he walked out of the funeral when he was by himself and it all came down on him.
Yeah,
And you saw him crying. He wasn't acting. He was 100% in love with that guy.
Yeah.
And it wasn't an act. He really loved him, but he still was just so about himself that he just couldn't.
He was a narcissist. How could you take so much money from your family? How could you do that to the people that you supposedly love? Like, it's not just like once, like, oh,
I don't know how you could do that to
It
your
was
parents,
like over
man.
and over again.
Yeah, that's weird.
Yeah.
How could you do that to
You
your
don't do that
parents?
to your
man?
parents? S. Crockett says, if
That's
she
just
was
fine.
my wife, I'd dip. There's more money to be made. Again,
Seriously,
another
man.
disappointing.
And like I said, he probably buried some cash. You know, he probably had some offshore bank accounts. What fucking millionaire does it? Have you ever watched the movie? What do they do? You know what I mean?
It's
Let's
somewhere.
be legit, dude. They don't just come up with those ideas. They're real fucking ideas, dude. You know what I mean?
Cayman Islands, right?
Some of that shit, Bahamas, I don't know. Don't we all know that? I
Go
don't know.
somewhere where there's no extradition to America.
What's his name? Ronaldo, one of those soccer guys, those kiki ball soccer guys.
Suck it.
He just bought an island for his family to wait this whole coronavirus up.
That's dope.
You know what I mean?
That's a gangster.
That's
move right there.
exactly, dude.
Shout out to that guy.
Yeah, for
Whatever
real.
his name was. He was good.
No, Ronaldo something. I don't know.
Oh, okay.
I'm
Alright,
not
I'ma
a big
look him
soccer
up.
guy. I apologize. But a Brazilian guy. He just bought an island. He was like, yo, fuck this corona shit. I'm buying an island. Dude.
Anything else you want to talk about the Tiger Man?
So JG says he's leaving. He's got to run, but he has to chill with his fam. Maybe someday y'all have peeps call in.
We have
Dave
been
Live
saying
have
that the whole
peeps. Yeah. So the Zoom account, you can actually call.
We'll
Right
make
here.
it a little more.
We're on Zoom
and then we
here.
could call in and your face will be up here.
Yeah. So definitely next time. But good luck.
Maybe
Stay
it's
safe.
Skype?
My one thing I have to say as a video editor is remember that editing can make up your mind for you. So
True that. True that. But she killed that dude. Sorry. My mind's made up.
Yeah. Editing. All right, sorry. Go ahead. So sorry about the internet. This is like nothing. This
I mean,
isn't
they
us.
all-
Just
they all-
Corona.
They all didn't look that
It's the
clean,
Rona.
let's be honest, but
So what basically we were saying was don't let editing make your mind up for you in a documentary. If you really watch a documentary and you feel super strong about something and you're like, ugh, you should probably research alternate opinions. Not to say that your documentary's not right, but I don't know, man. People
get a
are-
second opinion.
You know,
Get a second
it's
opinion,
human
just like
editing.
it's a doctor.
Yeah.
One last thing is that snitch looked like Louis Anderson. And
Oh.
do you have anything you want to? And I don't even want to talk about that. I didn't even write the snitches down because I don't want
Yo, I hate
to talk
that
about
guy,
snitches.
dude.
Snitches are already waxed. I don't got nothing to say about them.
Yeah, but like
So-
they were
How
so
do you-
happy that they were snitches.
so
If they were
How do you
snitches,
admit-
this is what I'll give them snitches. If they were snitches like this, hey, we're snitches and we're gonna snitch on these people because they're abusing animals. Cool, I don't care. But
Yeah.
like that's cool, whatever. If you're not in that animal abusing life and you snitched and you saw something, you snitched. I don't give a fuck.
Let's
But
be
if you're
real.
in the life,
The
and then
fat
you're
guy,
like, oh, I'm gonna
the
save my
fat guy got caught
That
for
shit's
something.
so whack.
Let's be real.
Yeah.
Fat guy got caught for something.
A lemur. That's what
You
he's
know,
saying.
well, let's be whatever the fuck it was. He got caught
Yeah.
for something. They said, "What can you do for us? We'll drop you down. You know, sentence down or whatever. We'll let you get out." And he was like, "Yo, I got this fucking guy." You know what I mean? He talked to his fucking buddy. They already had the shit all planned out, dude.
Have you ever seen anybody so happy to be a snitch?
I know,
Yeah,
for
exactly.
real, dude.
He was like,
I was the first
"You."
one. I was the first one. It's like when you jump, everybody jumps off a cliff into the lake or whatever, and you go back and tell everybody. So, I was the first one.
No, and then he says,
Like-
"Oh, I'm not done." Like
Yeah,
at
yeah,
the end
yeah.
of it, he's like, "Oh, I'm not done. You think I'm done snitching?
And let's
I
be real.
just started."
Let's be real. That motherfucker.
Yeah, he did say that.
His hair is
He
surgically
did.
implanted.
He was
on.
like, "Yo,
Let's be real.
let me
dude.
tell you, if you thought I was
His hair was
snitching,
what?
His hair
Yeah,
was
she did.
surgically implanted.
Someone called him a Chucky doll. I don't know if that was the.
Oh my God, that was
if
so
a
good.
documentary.
they
or was
said
it-
that, and I just envisioned the Chucky overalls and then the bright striped shirt, like it was just walking around.
It's
with
Chucky
little
with
knife.
diabetes.
That's so funny. Oh
Sorry,
my
diabetes
God.
people. Didn't mean to offend you.
As Crockett says, facts. The edit tells the story they want to tell, not your version. But they use your words against you out of context. Yeah, they could just always clip it,
Dare
put
you
it in
use
the
my
part
words.
where they want to put it,
Was it?
ask
dare
the
you use my
question, and then
words.
put an answer to something else. There's so many ways to manipulate it.
That's true.
Mm.
Yeah, that's just one thing I wanted to say about the documentary, because my mind on that documentary is made up. All those people are scumbags, but Joe Exotic is fascinating.
The most interesting man in the world.
Fascinated by him. The other guy, you know, I'm not
Dude,
saying that.
his web show, where he's just shooting.
Yeah, he's just like I don't know. He's a fascinating person. Like I don't like animal abuse, so that's why I didn't watch it. When it first came out, I was like, I don't know if I want to watch this. And I asked someone on Facebook, I was like, did they have animal abuse in it? And he was like, nah, not really. They talk about things, but they don't really show anything crazy.
No,
Just
they
a couple
didn't show.
things.
Yeah.
When they took the cub from her mom.
Oh
it was
yeah, I
crazy.
didn't
That
like
was
that.
my-
Yeah,
I
yeah, that
could
was
not.
weird.
But besides that, I was
Like
like,
you claim
okay.
you love animals.
You know that stuff happened to those tigers, but in my personal opinion, this is terrible because I love animals. That guy had 300, 400, 500, 600 tigers at his house, and they only found 5 dead tigers?
I know, that's pretty good.
Like, I don't know, man. That's
Okay,
just
that's the bright side. There's only 5.
It's
That
sad for those tigers.
the chimpanzee story got
Yeah,
me
the
at
chimpanzee
end.
story was very
Oh.
sad, yeah.
And when he realized it, he was like, "I'm dick."
Yeah, he's like, I did that shit, man.
Yeah.
I was like, damn, but at least he admit it,
But I'm one person. I don't like to see them animals in cages. It's sad and this and
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
But a lot of those animals would just be dead, man.
Yeah.
Like just would human development and hunting.
Too much
poaching.
fucking, dude. It's too much fucking.
Too much
dude.
fucking. Too much human fucking.
Wear a
Not enough
condom.
animal fucking.
Wear a condom and spade or neuter your people that don't want to have kids. Or shouldn't have kids. Let's keep it real.
Facts.
There's a lot of idiots out there that shouldn't be procreating. Let's keep it real.
So I think I don't know. I think he's in jail. I think his sentence is kind of crazy.
He's trying to appeal it, right?
He'll get. Maybe not, because that guy, a bunch of people try to appeal it when they become famous. He's super famous right now.
Yeah, but it has a
Like,
ooh,
he's
it
like one
has
of the
a
most
lot of
famous people.
it has a lot of attention, so it can go either way. It can help him, or it could just be like, "Oh, I don't want to deal with this. Like, let's not even open this up again." But I feel like it is shady because, first of all, the guy that supposedly was the one that he made the agreement with,
on Facebook, go to YouTube.
they never even liked each other. So you're telling me I can't stand you, but you come over to me and you're like, "Oh, I want you to kill this bitch."
Oh shit.
I think what happened was him and his boy was like, "Yo, if she's gone, we can make more money.
Yeah.
We're gonna make it look like he's the one who did it, because he's talking about, oh, let me kill her, I hate her, blowing up freaking porno dolls. Like it was the perfect setup because he said, I want to kill her so many times.
Yeah.
That like
I mean, she was
circumstantial
fucking with him.
evidence.
She was fucking with him. Let's be real though. He was fucking with her.
Yeah, they were
He
both
was stealing her
yeah.
shit. They were fucking with
They're
each
basically
other.
both poking each other. Like, oh, you think you fucking with me? You think you big dog? No,
She
I'm
wanted to be top dog.
And
he
she had
wanted
the
to
money to be
top
able
dog.
to do it.
You know, that's yeah.
from killing her first.
And she was like the savior Even though she was doing the same shit he was doing,
Yeah.
except for the cub petting.
Oh shit! Sorry.
You know what I mean? You can get closer to the tigers at his place.
I think cub petting. I hear what they're saying. It fucks with the tiger, but that tiger's not going to live in the wild ever.
I think if it was done appropriately, like
if I was 5, and I love animals, so I'm a bad example. But if a poacher was 5, and when he was 5, he snuggled with a little tiger and rubbed his belly and played with a little tiger, he might not go fucking kill that tiger. He might develop damn man, animals are cool.
Yeah.
Not just like, oh, I want to get that fur and sell it for $46.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying? I don't know. Like, I think that they're doing it for money, but so what? Zoos do it for money.
Yeah.
That's true.
You know what I mean? That's what people do. They do it for money, and it didn't look like to me that they were abusing those tigers, because if Netflix wanted that dirt, it would be there.
Yeah.
That they were abusing them? No, I don't think they were abusing them. Yeah, it sucks. They're in captivity, but you know what? They'd be fucking dead. They'd be a rug.
So you think maybe those 5 tigers, maybe they were dying of some disease, and they were like,
They
like
died.
when you
Things
shoot
die.
a horse, like I'm just saying.
Okay,
like,
you have 300 people over. You have 300 people in over a 10-year period. More than 5 of those people are gonna die over a 10-year period.
Yeah.
You go gather 300 people and put them somewhere. More than 5 of them will die.
Especially the older ones.
Well, maybe if you don't put them there, but like in life, they would have died, like in a car accident, they got sick, they got, murdered.
Mm-hmm.
I would cheat. I would go to the worst neighborhood in America and gather those 300 people. Like, see, fucking 30 died.
They're bears.
But I don't know. I just think that shit's
It was good though.
I don't know.
It's got people talking.
It does.
What's the last documentary that got people talking?
Cody says
The climbing one there.
Nah, Making a Murderer.
Oh,
Making
yeah,
a Murderer.
yeah.
Murderer got America all stirred up,
Yeah,
and this has America all stirred up. But Making a Murderer got everyone stirred up in I'm so mad at the police, in a bad way. But this got people stirred up being like, yo, you just have to watch this. My sister doesn't watch stuff like this. She watched the whole thing. And I was like, you watched the whole thing? She's like, yeah. I was like, oh my.
It was crazy, dude.
Cody says, so how many
fucking
times do you
crazy.
think Amanda Green, the federal prosecutor, has spoken to the manager? The manager of what?
I want to speak to your manager. What's your manager's name? I'm on
Amanda
call
Green
for
was
saying
that
I'm making a
lady,
call.
that
You're gonna be
tall
fired
lady
on Monday.
That was very stoic.
That's a weed
and she
cough,
was
not
talking.
Corona. That wasn't a Corona.
Oh, okay. I was like,
It was just a weed cough. It's whiskey weed
Oh,
cough.
that's what I'm talking about.
Corona cough.
Corona.
Talking about Amanda Green, federal prosecutor. She was like very stoic. She was just like very like.
She reminded me of the lady from the
blah, blah,
Ozarks.
blah. Yes.
No,
the
no
lawyer.
spoilers, no spoilers.
No, just the lawyer.
We saw it, but we won't want to tell people.
Oh no, she's just in it. That's all. I mean, she was in the last.
I just think it was crazy. I think it was a cool documentary. It was very well made. I think it could have been 5 episodes. Even if they made the episodes longer, like every episode was like 3 minutes longer.
Yeah.
I think they should have done that, because I think they should have made it a 5 instead of a 7. That's
I
my
don't know.
only.
You don't think it's one of those series where you watch it and you just want more?
By the end of it, I was like, all right.
Too
like
much.
Dave Chappelle, I'm like, all right.
It's too much.
Because I know what happens. You already told me in the first 30 seconds of the documentary that this guy went to prison.
Yeah.
Because it starts off with him on the phone.
Talking to person.
Yeah, so you already told me. All right, cool. You're not giving me a crazy ending on it for his story. His story ends in prison.
3 years later.
The years, though, I didn't expect.
Yeah, that was
It
crazy.
went out for a long
But
time.
if he was fucking with animals and hurting them, I would 100%, give him 100 years, give him life.
Yeah.
But it didn't seem to me that he was greedy, but it didn't seem to me like he was hurting.
They weren't having tiger fights.
Yeah.
Huh?
They weren't having tiger fights.
Yeah, like when the tigers would act rambunctious, they would break it up, yell at them. Dude, this guy got dragged by a tiger, in the tiger's mind, into the brush, but it was just under a man-built thing. About to straight up, that tiger was like, I think I'm supposed to kill this thing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's where that
He
tiger
was dragging it away,
He
and shit.
didn't know,
that
because
shit
he was
crazy,
never
man.
taught by his mom what to do. But he was like, I think I'm supposed to kill this thing right here. And you can see it. And this guy is just like, no, you stupid bitch. Ah, you fucking bitch. And then he pulls out his gun, shoots the ground, has no intention of shooting the tiger. You watching, would 100% have shot that tiger.
I said it to myself. I was like, man, why didn't he shoot that thing?
And he even like kicked at it. Like
Yeah, he was just
kicking
getting it
would
off
have
him.
done something.
Yeah.
You would have, if you're watching this on Facebook.
And then
or
walked
YouTube.
away. Well, they walked away with him.
Yeah.
They all walked
So he gets up and he's like, "Yeah, fuck you, you bitch," and he's like, and he's
the
like,
guy was just like,
there's 4 tigers at least, right, like as close as everyone is right here. There's 4 tigers around this guy. One of them was instinctively trying to figure out how to eat him.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? And,
So
but he doesn't know because
it never killed anything.
Yeah.
you could see in the body language and in the process, they were like, "Oh, you shot at me, but like maybe I can still get you."
And he gets up, man. That's the most hardcore shit I've ever seen in my life. Like, literally, honestly, in my fucking life, I've never seen anything like that. A man who's crippled,
Like
who's walking with a walker. I mean, what's it called with the crutch, the arm crutch thing? Yeah. His legs all fucked up. He stands up and he fucking just walks away. And he doesn't run away. He's like, "Yo, fuck you, bitch."
And he has like 4 tigers in the background before he has to get out of the gate.
If there was animal abuse, he would have killed one of them. Let's be real.
And they're all following him, and he's just like, "No, I don't think so. I think he would. I don't know, man."
I feel like he showed them like he's the alpha.
400 tigers.
Because everybody backed away after like
Get
that
away
went
from
down. Like all the ones on the back.
Well, they were staying around. He had to shoot twice.
Even if that was staged, I have 0% of me thinks that was staged.
No, that
but even if that was staged, I think that is the most hardcore shit I think I've ever seen in my entire life. If any gangster shit I've ever seen in my entire life, a man was with 5 or 6 tigers, right in his face.
It was at least 6. It was 2 in the front and at least like 4 in the back.
Oh,
So
those ones, if you're counting those ones, it was way more. But
those
those specific tigers that were surrounding him were instinctively
trying
to figure like what's going on here right now. I'm supposed to do something right now. I'm supposed to do something.
My
right
gut is telling me something.
Especially if there was sardine oil on his fucking feet. You know what I mean? Like you said there was. Because they smelled food and they were like, "What the fuck, dude? This shit's supposed to be dead, laying in a pile for me. Why is it moving?" You know
and
what I
their
mean?
sense of scent is like super hyper compared
Instantly.
to like ours. Or
That's
something.
why they went right to him.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I would not be able to do any of that. They
It's
probably
like when
would have
Tupac got shot.
They would have been like, "Yum
Yo,
yum."
he got all scared and shit. Didn't trust nobody. Remember that shit? Remember that shit? Shout out to Tupac out in the Cayman Islands.
He's watching.
He's with Baskin's husband there.
Tupac, give us the thumbs down. We know it's you.
Tahay's.
That's his.
He's hanging on the island with this guy, the tigers.
It's our secret thing.
But now, do you think it was Carole or do you think it was the other?
I don't think it was Carole.
The man who should be unnamed.
I don't think anybody sprayed anything on his shoe. I think a fucking tiger is gonna be a tiger, and sometimes a tiger's gonna be a tiger.
Stepped in something.
A tiger's gonna be a tiger at the wrong time.
Yeah.
And yeah, you're filming your presidential commercial, but
he got 19%. Don't hate.
A tiger's gonna be a tiger, and
he gave out condoms.
He was cool, man. Like as far as little things, he was cool. Like he was, especially for Oklahoma. I'm like, wow, 18% of those people voted for him. They're more progressive than I thought.
Or they said, "Hey,
this
guy
he was
just
openly
like
gay.
me."
He was openly gay.
Yeah. In a lot of places, you say, like, especially out there in the Midwest, you say gay. It's like, all right, I liked you, but nah.
Yeah, that's true because it's the Bible Belt in the Midwest.
They're fucked up.
But he's got tigers. That's
got
pretty
tigers.
good. It outweighs the gayness.
Like, oh, are you having sex with them? No. Oh, okay.
Good for him, actually, for that time period to be being like.
But I was very surprised.
This is what I'm about.
Yeah, like that's one thing I can say about him is, yeah, he probably did some fucked up shit in his life. He seemed to like the animals though.
At first, yeah.
That's my main gripe
with
this group of people.
Yeah, he
I'm like,
did.
all right, is that guy really gassing tiger cubs after they age out of?
It seemed like it.
I'm like, all right, I don't fuck with that shit. That's why I don't even want to talk about the other guy. But this guy, I don't think he was. I think he would 100% sell his tiger. But are you selling your tiger to someone who's going to take care of it? I don't have a problem with it.
Yeah. Shaq's trying to say, I wasn't friends with him. You said shout out to fucking Joe Exotic.
Well, that also could be like, yo, I went to
He
my
bought
tiger.
tigers. He bought
Like,
tigers.
they're not best friends, but like they definitely had some kind of interaction that was.
You didn't have to say shout out.
Yeah, that's true. Friendly or whatever.
Yeah.
Like, and at the time, you're not thinking everything's wrong because like.
Might have took a picture with a dick. You never know.
Yeah. He was
saying.
just like, yeah, I can get a tiger from this guy, and he seems cool and crazy. Whatever.
I'll give you a free tiger if you let me see.
Cody says agreed. Gangster love. He told everybody he wanted her dead. All right, so S. Crockett said $3,000 for a hit. I'm not in the professional murder
That sounds-
for hire business, but it sounds crazy. But you know what? I take it back, because no way in my entire life before 3 days ago would I have ever thought a tiger cost $2,000.
You're right.
A tiger? I said it to her and she got mad. I said, I want to buy one.
No, but it's true, because I one of my
Not right
my
now,
They
first
said
my life.
after
dog-
4 months you can't really. You're gonna get cut.
Yeah, well, I don't want to
Yeah.
make money off it. I would just like, it'd be cool if I had bread like that. I'd buy,
Yeah.
10 of them and have a sanctuary or something.
No, it's true,
You know
because
what I
like
mean?
my first dog that I had was like a purebred, and it was at least $1,200 to $1,500. So $2,000 for a tiger is kind of like super cheap too. Like I wouldn't have thought it was that cheap either. Now the upkeep and the maintenance is a whole nother other story.
My Instagram would be popping with a tiger, yo.
Well, they said something like everybody's like a lot of people's profile pictures on like dating apps and stuff.
Oh,
It's all
tigers.
them with tigers,
Yeah.
and I was like, I didn't know it was a thing.
Yo, I got a tiger pic
Till
of
the
my
Tiger
dick.
King. I'm just gonna admit that.
What,
I
we
know.
know, you didn't know what was the thing to
Like dating profile
With,
pictures, the thing is like to have a picture of you with a tiger.
I don't know. I think if I saw a girl, okay, if I was scrolling through
I'm
Instagram
scrolling through Instagram.
and I saw a girl pose with a tiger, I don't know. I think that I would probably like
I
it.
think that's cool. I mean, like that's badass.
Depends on the boobs.
Shout out to Hectic.
Just let it depend on the boob.
Damn, what's going on Facebook? Damn, there's a whole thing going on Facebook. If you're watching this on Facebook, please go to YouTube, because that's where our chat is. It's cool that you're watching it. I like that you're watching it. It's cool. But you can't really see everybody that's here. So I'm not even in any Facebook threads, so I don't know what's going on Facebook, and I don't want to have you guys watch me look. But I will say $3,000 for a tiger.
2020.
I'd like to. I would 100%. If I saw this documentary when I lived in California, I would 100% have bought a fucking tiger, and it would.
100% have got up.
Yes.
It started eating every deer and mountain lion in the forest. I probably would have been fucking the mountain lions.
I don't know that shit. A lot of things in this documentary blew my mind. That's one of them. The fucking.
Yeah, that's just crazy, man.
The price of a tiger. If you would have told me
It's
that
like,
it was 50
can I
grand,
keep it for the 4 months and then give it back to you?
if you would have told me that
Like
it was
a
50
car?
grand,
You know what I mean?
I would have.
Karen says that she's about to get her a tiger as well.
That hasn't been-
Oh, let's get a play date so we can take some pics off for the Instagram.
Oh shit, Hectic, man! Shout out to Hectic, man. That's one of the
Hectic!
coolest dudes on the planet. I bet you this. I'm not trying to speak for Hectic, but I think Hectic would be one of these people who, like me, would buy a tiger.
Yeah.
If he knew, if Hectic knew this whole time that tigers were $2,000.
There'd be one at the clubhouse right now. Let's be real. You know?
Alright, copy the link for those of you on Facebook
Oh, yeah,
so that
thank
you
you.
can have it. There you go.
That's so funny.
Right? There'd already be one living at the clubhouse.
Man,
There you go,
You
Karen.
can just leave the door open. You know what I mean?
I think he's one of those people that would have.
I can see
But I
that.
think
Driving around with
he says
with
no intruders.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. Driving around with a fucking tiger hanging on your window.
Shout out to
just like,
Dramatic. Subscribe to his YouTube channel. I don't know if that's the one.
Drama.
I don't know. If it's not your YouTube channel that you should post videos on, post your YouTube channel.
YouTube.
I don't think that's the one because it's not.
Shout out
It's
to
like
that
his
guy.
name. Well, that's not true because mine would say my name probably too.
Yeah.
Yeah, that shit. No, I don't know, man.
Cody says, I saw a meme today that said Jeff Lowe is the human equivalent of a gas station dick pills. I lost it.
Oh, those. Yeah. Yeah.
That's so fucking trashy. That guy Jeff Lowe. Oh my god. He looks like. What? You know what we're talking about?
He doesn't even deserve for us to
Yeah,
say
we're not
his
gonna
name.
talk about the
That
Simpsons.
guy, though. That
We
guy.
won't talk about him. We won't talk about Louis Anderson.
The guy was a
Oh,
jerk.
that fucking guy, dude. Makes me want to punch him, dude.
Hector said Jeff Low Life. Exactly.
Yeah,
Perfect.
exactly,
Awesome.
dude.
No, I'm good.
Can I get? Where's my dabs at? Oh, medical edibles.
And my dad.
Chef Tanya.
Where my dad's at.
So is this the craziest documentary you've ever seen? Mine, as far as crazy, like mind blowing. I think it's either this or these people existed. It's either this
What up,
or-
Brian Anthony?
or Making a Murderer. That Making a Murderer shit had me so stirred up.
Yeah, that's true.
I was so stirred up because I already don't really like the police, but that shit had me so stirred up where I was like, oh my god, like.
Hector says it was a roller coaster.
Yeah.
It was.
As Crockett says, everybody wants a tiger until you can't feed them and you're on the menu.
That's why. That's why I said I want. Can I give it back after
Shout out
4
to
months?
Brian Anthony.
Can I give it back after 4 months? You know
See,
what I mean?
you would grow such an attachment to it.
Absolutely.
Until it went like this, and fucking you were like, turn me up.
Until you came up like Kelsey, actually, but she was just a trooper bird. Yeah, I like my arm.
Yeah, man.
So.
Especially, man. Trying to learn everything on my left.
Or like if they ate your pet, like your other
Yeah,
pet.
that'd be bullshit.
But I'd be like, okay, like.
Oh, don't talk about it. No,
you ain't got to go, but you got to get out of here.
That's crazy. He said if he ate Bonesy, I'm like, oh my god.
Oh, I would fucking go down and get him up.
You'd be like,
Dramatic
I got two
says,
dead pets.
Making a Murderer, hands down, but this one's up there.
Yeah.
Making a Murderer, hands down. Yeah.
Yeah,
That's the most. That's the craziest documentary I've ever seen.
Ladies, huh?
Yeah. Like, it really is.
Not to divert off that, but we're gonna go right back to this. I just want to say this: if you like documentaries, the Bo Jackson documentary on 30 for 30, and the Andre the Giant documentary, are just Andre the Giant HBO. It's really good. All right, back to Tiger King.
Yeah, so let me check.
What did Dramatic say? What was the last thing he said? Sorry, I heard you say it, but I wasn't.
Oh, he said that definitely it's up there, but like Making a Murderer for him is like.
We should do a whole thing on that, but I don't know, man. The Tiger King, this guy. Why? Oh man.
I don't know if I get myself emotionally involved again on Making a Murderer. Like,
you do a whole segment on his fucking hair, man.
Joe Exotic's hair, and then you see him
hair,
when he does the little phone calls from prison, and
the dye's gone.
His blonde is disappearing slowly. It's like the end of his hair is still blonde, and it's all brown up here.
Hectic says City of God documentary.
The documentary, City of God?
I don't know if I've seen that. What's that one about? What's that one about?
City of God, I've seen the movie. I don't know. I've never seen it.
Alright, I IMDb it. Let me see.
Oh, Bailey's up. What's up, Bailey? Weekend Warriors.
There's a bunch of dope documentaries. Planet Earth, sick.
What is it?
Planet Earth.
Oh, yeah.
Planet Earth 2, those shit's dope, dude. But those are like different type of documentary. Those are just visual, you know what I mean?
Alright,
this shit was like make you think and shit. You're like,
what is this? This is City of
I
God
was
documentary.
just insane.
Make sure you call in, man. Tell us the numbers. If you're on YouTube, that's where you should be watching. If you're watching it, I'm watching my computer feed of us filming the podcast, and there's two people over here. But it's cool that you're watching it.
Joe 710.
But just know
Myster
that you're on
DL,
Facebook.
Tanya,
Scroll
Nicole.
down through my page, and you'll find hopefully the actual video.
So City of God, it's from 2002. It says, in the slums of Rio, two kids' paths diverge as one struggles
That's the
to
movie.
become.
That's a movie.
Okay, so I'm sorry, that's what came on.
It's all good. You might be talking about something else.
Yeah, I don't know. The Lost.
Oh, so he
City?
says it was
No,
like
I don't
behind the
know.
scenes of the movie. If you've never seen City of God, see it.
Well, see, I didn't know what City of God is, so I'm trying to read. Okay. Y'all
you
know,
guys ever
I'll
watch
just
it?
keep it to myself.
You ever made her watch that?
She's seen it.
Okay.
Alright.
I've seen it?
Yeah.
You know, I watch
The movie from
movies
Brazil.
and then I don't remember.
It's all in Portuguese?
Oh, the movie in Brazil. It's not the only movie.
The only one we've seen.
Well,
Oh, yeah. You know it.
you know, I just forget, so.
Yeah, she does. Should we watch the movie? I've never seen this. We're 20 minutes into it when I'm all like settled into it. Like, all right, we're gonna watch this movie again. But I've seen this. I don't want to watch it.
Yeah, I realize when what you want me to do. And some movies you want to watch.
And now you want to watch it again?
Yeah, you're like into it. You're like, oh man, we just watched Strange Wilderness the other day.
Oh no.
The whole time I'm watching, I'm like, when is she gonna realize that we have seen?
But I didn't.
Oh, I was gonna say the turkey part.
Did I? Did I realize?
No, I'll give it to you. Yeah.
I'm like
She's
the
seen
best
it.
movie date because it's like you can give me the same movie. Like sometimes I'll remember, sometimes not.
Did we see
If I
this
like
movie?
it, I'll watch it. I'm like, no.
She'd be like, all right.
You must have watched it a long time ago.
You still on that?
Yes.
So hit us up in the chat if you have anything else to say about the Tiger King. I just think this shit was so wild.
Better than the Lion King.
Hector says not the movie, but the doc that came with it.
Yeah.
It was like behind the scenes. The suicide doc was crazy too. 13th, I think, is the name. Cody says, do you think the new trend will be Snapchat Joe Exotic face filter?
I think it's gonna.
I hope they include it.
I think he'll die off. I think right now it's just super. It's the perfect timing for Joe Exotic.
He says
Yeah.
with the hiring and everything.
Netflix is so big that everyone has it, or everyone has a password.
How did his fucking eye ring
Everyone
not
has a
fall off?
password.
But everyone's in the house. If you're a content creator, like right now is the perfect time to just shove your shit down people's throat because everyone's in the house. Everyone's in the house. Everyone's bored. This just came out at the perfect timing, but it was just so crazy. But I don't think I would have watched it without the social, like everyone just on
Like,
social media was just fucking.
But I think that's...
And I was like, man, I don't want to watch a
It
tiger
looked
abuse
so.
shit.
Nah, not even that.
Yeah.
Just the look of it. The mullet, the fucking, the missing teeth.
So you weren't like,
just
ooh.
the people look so fucking
That
weird,
made-
dude.
that made me
That
want to
Carole
watch it.
chick looks so fucking weird. But I'm like,
She's like one of those people that
Right?
live in the
YouTube,
South and
that's
say,
where we're
bless
at.
your heart, because she's going to talk down to you. Like,
but the making a murder people were pretty fugly too.
Those are the fucking ugliest people that have ever lived. Those people were so ugly that I'm like, all right, this is like the best makeup job I've ever seen in my entire life. Whoever did the makeup for making a murderer deserves the Oscar, Emmy, Grammy, Tony, whatever.
Hectic says the man on the wire
They
doc
got an
was
EGOT. They
cool,
can
too.
EGOT because
Man on the Wire doc was
Yeah.
yeah.
what did he
And
say?
Hectic says the man on the wire doc was cool too, and that Joey Exotic is suing Netflix for $96 million.
Oh.
Nice,
He
Joe.
said, here, kitty, kitty.
Oh, but he can't because he probably signed all his shit over to the Indiana Jones villain.
Yeah.
Indiana Jones
I
villain.
know he kind of looked like that guy that melted away,
Yeah.
but he wasn't as Asian. You know what I mean?
As Asian. He wasn't. He was so
No, he wasn't.
gangly.
Yeah,
His
that was
teeth-
cigarette smoke.
I just keep doing this when I think of his
Yes,
teeth.
I feel like
That was
definitely
this,
I could
this,
see that
all
guy
the time.
smoking past
He
the
had
Holding
like
the
black,
camera?
He had like black
With
marbles.
the cigarette in his mouth.
Be like, okay, so I want you to do this
Yeah,
with the
yeah.
cigarette hanging.
He had like
Oh,
yeah.
shit.
I never saw the
cigarette
cigarettes.
smoke. Dude.
I was just
Did you see
fascinated.
the ashtray at the end? It was like a pack and a half. It was fucking
And that's just
disgusting,
the
dude.
first 30 minutes.
Yeah.
Shout out to everybody watching on Facebook, man. I hope you go to YouTube because that's where
YouTube,
we're really
YouTube.
at, and you're just watching
I love
this.
that guy. What's his
There's
name?
so much more in the
Can't
place.
remember.
There's so
We
much
like
more
you.
going on. You just haven't. You're just watching me. I'm ugly.
Hey,
Whoa, social distance.
Social
man.
he's dissing the meat. Like, that's not cool.
Should I put that on my phone?
But
Move
YouTube
back,
is the whole. This is,
motherfucker.
if you're just tuning in, or thinking
Coronavirus!
this is our podcast. Mind your manners.
I love you, Cardi B!
Indo Joe, Myster DL, Chef Tanya,
Bronx
Nicole.
in the house.
Shout out to Hectic for the title. A lot of people don't know that. Did you know that?
I did not know that.
Did you know that?
What up, Hectic?
Hectic.
Hectic
That's
says
Hectic.
here, kitty, kitty is the video on YouTube.
Excuse me.
Check it out, I guess. I'll probably check that out.
There's one documentary on Netflix where like I didn't want to watch it. That's why I didn't want to watch Tiger King because there's another documentary. Don't be mean to cats or something like that.
Don't be mean.
And there's like apparently there's a guy feeding kittens to a boa
Okay,
constrictor.
no,
in his
see, I
bathtub.
can't.
And
I
I'm like, see,
can't.
I ain't even trying
I'm gonna have to watch
this
that
shit.
one like this. Is it
Uh,
over?
You dabbing while you watch it?
What's the fish one there?
Oh, blackfish,
No, it's a different one. That,
fish sticks.
I love fish sticks. Then you're a gay fish. I am not a gay fish.
Damn do you okay? Anybody that's in the chat right now? Why? Oh, see their drama. They're editing your comments because you're swearing, but I'm making it so they can see them. Keep swearing. I like it.
Oh, she took me. Does
Do you think this would have been as big if we weren't all quarantined, or was this just destined to be?
Yeah, I think
Just-
it would have not.
Well, they knew when they were dropping it for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. Right around now, like they just canceled a lot of the like masks and shit. They like just started that. Like you have to stay home last week, even though I'm essential, so I gotta keep working.
I don't know. I feel like it would have been one of those where it would have been top 10 anyway, because people start talking, just like Make
Yeah.
a Murderer. It would have been like on the top.
Yeah, that's
where it was,
true.
like suggested.
It'd be
I don't
on
know.
Twitter.
A
Twitter feed.
gun-toting, presidential running, two husband having,
How many people you know like
meth possibly dealing, 200 tiger owning guy might
Uh,
have just
putting a hit out. You know,
In
trying
prison-
to kill your competitor?
in prison
maybe.
for attempted murder. See, hectic. See, when you guys swear, don't not swear. Keep swearing. But when you swear, it's just interesting. I'm noticing this. When you swear, it says, "Do you want to show this comment?" And
Motherfucking right.
I'm showing.
My
I'm
pockets
saying
are
yes
getting
for
tight.
all of them.
Uh-oh.
It's just sad because when the live goes away, all these comments disappear.
Well, Hector says that Don't Fuck With Cats was good. It was one of Joey Exotic's music videos.
Oh my
What?
God.
Really? That's true? Okay.
This
See, I
emoji.
didn't really want to watch. I'm not really all about that. I've seen
I don't
fucked
remember
up
the
shit
names
happen.
of the song.
I think I said this on someone else. I've seen fucked up shit on the internet. And
That shit
I don't want to watch
Yeah, I've seen
animal
some
abuse.
really fucked up
I
I'll
don't
be like-
watch shit like that. I just don't even.
Just something about it. I don't know. Like something. I just don't fuck with it. And
Yeah,
that's that. But I want to know.
What's the
Drama's
song?
here. Hectic.
What's the song
Oh,
called?
Don't fuck with cats? Is that what he
Yeah.
said? That's the name of the
That's the name of the song.
That's what he
Hectic.
says.
Hectic, you're here. What's the name of the song you want us to look up?
He says Don't Fuck With
Don't
Cats.
play it too long.
Because he's
we might
on the
get kicked off the
he's
internet.
on the YouTube.
Hectic might
Why
get us
showing
kicked
up?
off the internet, but it's all good. We love our fans.
It does
Here,
say
kitty,
Mind
kitty.
Manners.
Tap that.
Oh,
Tap
okay,
here, kitty,
okay.
kitty. Can I get a dab? Is there any oil here that I can dab? Oh,
Is there any oil?
Can you see it?
Shout out to Just One, all the way from California.
What up?
1 to the 3 to the 4 to the 6.
Uh-oh.
I know. I know you know what that means.
Inside joke?
Yeah, you're gonna. If you're not laughing
Oh
right
yeah,
now.
you know the song. That's the one with
What's
the
up,
chick in
West
the video.
Coast?
Oh shit.
Born in Cali.
Cody says, what's Cody say, man?
Cody says the timing didn't hurt it, but the level of crazy in it would have made it cult classic for sure. Like Rocky Horror or the Reservoir Dogs. Okay,
That's
just
it.
one. What up, chef? All right. Dramatic says yes, it would have hit regardless.
I think with the social buzz, I think it would have clicked. I think it might have took a little longer than it did
Yeah.
because this shit hit. Like I came into work Monday and everybody was talking about.
Yeah.
Isn't today Monday?
Today's Monday, yeah.
Oh no, it's Monday!
Everybody's.
Coronavirus!
Coronavirus!
Yeah, everybody was talking
Beers
about
in
it.
the
right
house.
there, so.
Oh, you want more whiskey?
Oh, are you trying to get me drunk?
See? Coronavirus!
Coronavirus! I love you, Cardi. Shit got real. Shit just got real. I love
We need
you.
to smoke more weed, or can you?
I think yes and yes.
Can you bring me out a little bit of dab? I'll give you.
Oh, fuck
Break
you,
me off
dude.
a little piece of.
Actually, yeah, I'll wait.
Ah, fuck you, dude.
Oh, he's waiting.
Actually, okay.
Ah, fuck
Oh,
you,
he's
dude.
going.
So Drama says that he thinks that this would be a hit no matter what. Shout out to everybody watching on Facebook. That's awesome. I love that you're doing it. That's super
Dude,
cool.
Try to
You're
explain
watching the
it.
show from my desktop computer.
Like, try to
There's
explain it to somebody.
a show going on right now on YouTube where everybody is involved.
YouTube.
I'm sorry to keep
Shout
saying
out to
this.
that guy.
If you're just gonna watch it here, that's awesome too. I think it's cool.
Hector says real life Joe Dirt.
Real life Joe Dirt is a true story.
But with tigers.
Yeah.
It's like a little kid made up the story. But with tigers. It's gotta have tigers in it.
It's gotta have lots
Lots
and
and
lots
lots
of
of
tigers.
And a whole lots of chips.
Can you roll another jib jab?
Like, if you try to explain this to somebody,
Yeah.
it just sounds
So
so
fake.
like so crazy and fake that you're
It
like,
sounds
I
so
have to
fake.
see this. That's why I think he's right. Where it would have been a hit, like regardless
Yeah,
of
Drama's
when
right.
it
It
came
would have
out.
been.
You know what I mean?
It was destined. It was destined.
It's just
You're the
such
one
a
that said
crazy
that. I said
fucking
it too.
story. Just the amount of I knew there were tigers in the United States, like
Yeah.
illegal ones, but like just the sheer amount, like there's almost 10,000. That's fucking crazy, and there's
Yeah,
barely
that's wild
4,000 in the wild. That shit's crazy, man. You
Yeah,
know?
that is wild. That's one thing that is. One thing about this whole thing is, yes, it's sad to see something in a cage, but it's also cool to see them alive if they're being taken care of nicely.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
And
yeah,
yeah, cool. They don't live in the wild, but let me tell you something, man. If they lived in the wild, they'd be a rug.
Mm.
And
Or
it's
they would
sad,
just be
you know what I mean?
dead. Like they would just kill them.
Yeah, like, oh, look,
Yeah.
I want to wear its tooth on my neck, so I'm just
Yeah.
gonna kill it. Oh, it has cubs. Fuck them.
Yeah. Hector says the guy shooting the reality show must be pissed because he knew it was a hit.
Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah, but like we were
He's
saying
probably
earlier,
involved.
like,
You gotta read the credits. That's one thing I didn't do was read the credits.
yeah, you're
Did
right.
Carole Baskin sell this footage? Did that guy sell the footage to Carole Baskin and she sold it to Netflix? how did they get the footage? Who made the money? I did not read the credits.
Yeah, I didn't
I'm
either.
not gonna lie, I didn't read the credits. I just skipped to next episode.
Yeah, me too.
Well, as Crockett is asking, is this the first show? It's the first to pop up for me. I fuck with it though. If you say I fuck with it, you should watch The Weekend Warriors on Amazon Prime. But
Yes,
you wanna
Crockett, this is
answer that?
this is our second show. We built this we just put all this together for our podcast studio. Just to talk about music, pop culture, current events, movies, comedy. She's a chef, cooking, cannabis. We smoke the marijuana. You know, mind your manners. It's just opinionated.
And we're talking about Tiger Joe.
And right now we're talking about what's going on in the world right now. And there's nothing going on in the world except fucking quarantine. We already did it. And Tiger Joe. I mean, Joe Exotic.
Oh yeah, Tiger Joe. That's my bad.
Tiger.
They're great.
So it's cool that you're watching it. I hope you subscribe. If you don't know what this channel is, I'm a music video director, and we do a lot of things on the channel. But that's the main. I'd say that's the. What do you think? That's the main reason people are here, and you're the main reason people are here.
I don't even mean.
I think it's the content.
I'd say it's the music videos is the main reason people come here, but she also has a very successful cannabis cooking show.
Medical edibles with 3 M's.
But there's only 6 episodes, but the numbers are there. But I'd say most of the people are here for music videos. We also have movies.
Lots of music videos and lots of like art and like interesting ways to shoot videos because like you do a lot of interesting videos. It's not always the same thing. So
Yeah.
I think there's a lot of reasons why people come to the channel. I think.
Yeah, there is, because there's cannabis, there's rap, there's cooking, medical oils. There's a graffiti show.
There's rewind the scene.
Rewind. Actually, I deleted those from the channel because I'm
sorry.
rebranding it.
Hey,
No
rewind.
problem if you've seen it.
You didn't hear that.
Sorry, but I've never seen before. This isn't to me what Making a Murderer was as far as pop culture outrage slash involvement. Like everyone was just so wrapped up in Making a Murderer.
And everybody seems to be on board. Like Carole did that shit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? She definitely killed.
Just one says the podcast setup is cool. Gonna check Mind Your Manners later. And then Hectic says, who's gonna name a strain of Joe Exotic?
Hectic says, what's the calling number?
Carole Baskin.
Hectic.
Oh, the call number is
You have to get Zoom.
734-634.
Just put it in chat. Just if you probably just put paste, it's probably still there. You know.
I got it.
I got it.
I think this is just Making a Murderer had people upset though.
Yeah, that's what
This
I mean.
has people like because they didn't show no dead tigers. The only thing they showed that I think got people in their feelings was when that mother tiger was giving birth and they were literally pulling her cubs away from her.
That's
while
the
she
part
was
I got
giving
like
birth.
super mad about.
I think that's the only part of the documentary where people were like, all right, you know what? I'm going to mute the TV or I'm going to look away from the TV.
That was taking shit.
Because he was like, oh, they can only give birth to 1 a year. Like, he
One
was,
litter.
Yeah, and you're like taking it? Like, let them like bond and like,
That's
you know,
time to
like,
take pictures.
it's going to be on the farm like this whole time. Like,
They only got 4 months.
I know, but that's some fucked up shit right
If you're
there.
watching on Facebook, please just go to YouTube. Honestly, because there's a little chat going on there. I'm really not in
How
the
many people
chats.
are in
I
there?
forgot where I posted the videos, but all I know is this video. If you're watching on Facebook, yo, blah, blah, blah. This is just a shot from my computer. There's another show going on, like a whole thing. So go to YouTube. If you just go to my page, you'll find it. Or Mind Your Manners on Facebook.
Right now you're on TV and you need to be like on panoramic.
But Myster DL, youtube.com/MYSTERDL. Ho!
Y-S-T-E-R-D-L.
That's where we're at.
With a bunch of
This is
tigers.
that's gonna be our home for Mind Your Manners because when we try to do Facebook, it keeps kicking us off. So we're trying to do it on YouTube. That's where we really want it to be anyway.
The YouTube.
But anybody in the chat think that we think Carole Baskin did it because of editing? Do we think our opinion was swayed due to editing?
As Crockett says, your videos are fire. I'll check everything else too.
Oh, thank you. That's awesome. Make sure you check out my newest video. It's called 1982 Pandemic.
Terminology.
Like maybe, but I don't know. I believe his lawyer there. You know what I mean? Like he was pretty believable.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
But he was also like choosing his words like super carefully.
Yeah, for sure. He's a lawyer.
Yep, that's true.
He didn't want to say that he thought she killed him.
Yeah, exactly.
They were like, who do you think? He was like, I'm not trying to go there.
Yeah.
He's like,
he knew not to go there.
Yeah.
I don't know nothing about
I don't blame him.
He wasn't trying to be snitch. He was like, I don't know nothing about nothing. For real. He was like, boo, pretty words. Nope, not going there.
I don't know.
Does anybody think that's a possibility?
She did it.
I don't know if I think. I don't know, man. She just looks absolutely fucking crazy to me.
Well, the thing is, when
Alright, put it like
people
this.
are
Hold
like
on.
so
1 second.
super nice.
Well, you'll appreciate this. If you were walking down the street at night, and you were waiting for
If
a
I
bus.
turned the corner and saw her,
Coronavirus!
I would lose
cross
it.
the street. I would
If
cross
you
the
were waiting
street.
for a bus, and
My
that
New York
lady came up
instant.
with her fucking chameleon eyes on the side of her head,
I would lose it, dude.
what would you say? I don't know if I'd lose it, but I would just be like, oh my god, I'm walking over here.
No, I really would cross the
If
street.
she got on the bus with me, I'd get up and I'd get up.
I make sure I be in the front. I'll be like, I'm out. Like, you're
I
not.
see you, dude.
No,
You need to
don't
see.
do
Quarantine,
me.
yeah, shout out to Terminology. Quarantine, the album, it's out. It's on iTunes. It's 1982. It's not, you might find it if you search Terminology, but it's actually 1982, if anyone's watching. You'll probably find it if you search Terminology.
Yeah, like, but no.
There's a lot of terminology music.
Yeah, but, yeah, true.
She's just one of those.
He has like,
that seems
Terminology
super
has 3
creepy.
albums.
3 albums.
He has 3 albums out. You should get them.
There's 3 albums out right now.
Go
No,
get
yes, total.
iTunes,
He's like-
Spotify.
I'm like
Yeah,
more like fucking 50 or something.
No, he's.
right?
I think
40?
he's on 39 for
Oh,
some
yeah.
reason. I don't know.
40?
For some reason, I think he's about to do 40. But
40.
so yeah, go
That's
support his shit. But anyway,
Definitely.
just random. His newest song, it's out right now. It's called 1982 Pandemic. I shot it. We've only done 2 videos since the coronavirus came
Shout
out,
out to Cardi B.
and that was one of them. The other one was
Cardi B.
EXP, and we were so Steve Urkel nerdy on that one. We had a box. I had my camera gear. I didn't bring much camera gear because I was like, I'm not going near anybody. I got this lens. This is gonna get me close enough. I got my Ronin. It's the first video I've ever shot where I didn't take the camera off the Ronin, so I'm kind of interested for that one to come out. It's the first one I ever shot where usually I go in close, like this close. See, if you're watching on Facebook, you don't know how close I am. I usually go this close with the camera to get the like super, but I didn't even do that shit. So I'm really interested to see because I think it looks
6
kinda
feet, man.
crazy. Give me 6 feet.
You better give me 6 feet.
So again, if you're watching on Facebook, please youtube.com/Myster DL. I think after this drink, I'm gonna be feeling it.
After this drink.
It's so crazy though.
Oh, my bad. Sorry, people asking me for the password.
Password.
Oh, there's a password.
Is-
Yeah, who's asking?
I think at least Hectic was. And
Alright,
then
cool.
Cody says, anytime I see a lady with bug eyes and a crown of daisies wearing all cat print coming my way, I'm running like Forrest Gump.
Hell yeah,
Cody's
dude.
hilarious.
We didn't even talk about her outfits.
Oh,
Everything
yeah.
cat, everything. All the time, 24
Alright,
hour.
We didn't talk about this. Just one quick random. What exactly was the difference between the Tiger King, the Orgy King, and Carole Baskin? Like they were all doing the same thing. She just wasn't openly breeding tigers, so maybe she
Yeah.
wasn't doing that. But she was selling.
She was buying tigers.
She was buying them, selling tickets, exploiting the tigers. So I'm like, all right, well.
They were
she
all
was,
doing the same
she was
thing in
selling
different
memberships
ways.
in like t-shirt colors, remember?
Hey, you want to roll this up?
Yeah, yeah.
I think like the
Here's
guy that had like
The
the
green
hair
shirts and the blue
ladies,
shirts.
he was just like he had the cleanest park, and
Yeah,
he
yeah,
would get
for
the
sure.
girls to
I
basically
know, but
do
like
all the work.
that's what I say. Like at first I
He's a
was like,
pimp.
okay, I like this guy. He seems like the
But yeah.
normal one. But then it was like, oh, he's totally running a sex cult. And
Yeah.
like,
He was the tiger pimp.
yeah, he was just like.
Yo, when he was
What
talking
was
to
the
the
Tiger
women,
King?
look, yo, I'm coming in. That chimpanzee ready? It shit better be ready. I need to walk right into the chimpanzee. Is it ready? Just how he was talking to them,
yeah.
like dogs. I was digging it. not.
Like if he was an actor, he'd have a super long rider.
Yeah, exactly. Not in a like I would talk to my girl in that way, but I was digging it in the fact that I'm like, wow, this guy.
I like how he asterisks that.
This guy is something about this guy.
He's a
These
pimp.
girls fucking zone in on it, and he is just like, I'm gonna treat you like a fucking dog.
Tiger pimp. He could have his own
Dude.
movie. Actually, he would.
And
What
let's
he
be-
would have would be pornos.
They weren't bad looking either.
No, they weren't.
No, he has some fly bitches for a tiger guy.
He had some
Actually,
fly bitches for a tiger.
He had
guy.
one fly bitch for a tiger guy. The other ones were like, all right, cool, man, nice.
Dude,
I don't know. The average guy that looks like him.
Couple
Them
more
girls
of
are
these,
like
man.
20.
Those pussies will be looking nice.
couple tiger blood shots with Charlie Sheen.
Oh, that'd be nice.
I heard.
Through the grapevine.
I heard you heard wrong. Oh!
Sorry, man. Oh, I spilled the weed. Sorry.
Weed spiller. What'd you
In
hear?
these kinds of times.
I was gonna give a Weekend Warriors plot away, but I said fuck it.
Good, you held yourself back.
I held back.
Okay, good.
I do think that this got us through a week of this
Yeah, for
quarantine.
sure. No.
I think
What's
this
the
helped.
next thing?
Yeah, like honestly, like everyone, if my sister saw it,
Come on,
everyone has
Netflix.
seen
What's
it.
next?
Like my mom might watch it. My
That
mom
would be
watched.
crazy.
My mom watched Making a Murderer, but I bet you my mom might watch this. How about the chick that got a boob job but didn't bang the other tiger dude? How about all right? If anyone goes back and watches the fucking Tiger King, when the girl that S. Crockett is talking about,
Sorry.
Oh, sorry.
I need a crutch.
the girl that S. When you look at the couch, the chair that she's sitting in,
Oh.
it is the grossest, most fucked up chair. It
Yeah,
has so
Like
many
that's gonna matter.
cigarette burns in the armrest on this side, and then there's this
Dude.
big, huge black gash right in the middle of the armrest on this
Yeah,
side.
yeah.
next time, anybody watching this
Said
shit,
next
please,
time,
Yeah,
because
yeah.
you know it's gonna be next time.
please go.
This guy
what's the
too,
meeting
uh,
password? Hectic wants to know.
I sent it in the chat already.
She said she sent it in the chat. Scroll up.
rolling a
Hectic.
joint
This
right now.
this guy too, the drug dealer, the coke dealer.
I dropped
Yeah.
all the
Oh
weed.
yeah.
He was pretty normal for the most part.
The
dude.
coke dealer
He
that
fucking-
Scarface was based off of.
He
Oh,
killed
super
fucking-
normal.
He killed the fucking DEA agent and buried him on his fuck. Well, he probably fed him to his tire. Probably dipped him in some sardine oil.
Allegedly.
Because
That was so fucked
apparently
up.
that's what you do.
That's all you need. A sardine oil and a
This
tiger.
kind of had
Didn't
everything.
you know that? That's not a known fact.
You leave the pigs alone and just sardine oil and tiger.
This kind of had everything. Honestly, this
Dang.
documentary had something for everybody.
And it's sex,
It's like Christmas.
love,
a little bit of everything
lust,
for
There was-
everybody.
murder.
There was lust. There was
Lust. That's
We'll start with sex. There was
Tigers!
For, what happened?
I
that the
lost
crutch?
the crutch.
I think it's right there.
Oh, awesome.
They had lust. They had a gay throuple that were married. That shit blows my mind. How you can marry? Because I thought you could only be married. I guess in certain religions though you could.
Maybe certain states.
You know,
too.
Yeah,
certain
if
states, certain
any
religions.
polygamy.
That was what blew my mind. I was like, oh my god, this guy married 2 straight guys. That were they just brainwashed to the cult? Were they doing it for drugs? Like, all right, I understand that people do shit for drugs.
I don't
I
know.
get it. Like, people do shit for drugs. It's happening every day. It's happening right now. You know someone that does fucked up shit for drugs. Okay.
I
Do you
work.
know?
I work for weed.
I'm working for weed, man. That's some fucked up shit.
Pretty fucked
I
up.
never heard nothing like
He's
that.
a responsible adult for his
You ever suck dick for
extracurriculars.
marijuana? Nope. Nope.
But to
Can't
marry,
say I had.
to marry someone and then blame it on they did it for I don't know, man. Ah, man.
Dude, he had 2 straight guys
Yeah,
blowing him.
but, okay, but those
That's
guys are
fucking
also
weird, dude.
one
How
thing
do you
I'll say.
do that?
This is my whole point about editing. How editing can change your opinion on something. Those guys obviously aren't straight.
Yeah, you're right.
You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
yeah.
Like,
They're at
like
least
those-
bisexual. 'Cause
Yeah,
they
yeah,
went both
yeah.
Or
ways.
fluid,
Yeah,
or
yeah.
whatever they want to call
whatever they want to
identify with.
whatever
Yeah.
you want to call it. those guys aren't straight.
They weren't gay until they met
They
him, though.
weren't forced into anything.
No,
Perhaps mentally.
Yeah,
maybe.
yeah.
I'll give you that, but still, I don't give you 11 years.
I know.
And
This guy
I don't
killed
know. I
himself,
mean,
too.
like.
it's not like you're 11 years, you're locked in some dungeon, and you're not in contact with other
Yeah, you're
people.
playing
Yeah,
with
but
tigers, you're blowing
like,
shit up.
But people
had
can
concept-
like be
you had-
mentally like overpowered in a sense, just like any victim of abuse, where it's like a mental thing. It's a thing of power. It's a thing of you don't have any other.
I think it
choices
might
or
be.
options.
I live in Carbon County, fucking Oklahoma, and my meal ticket, who protected me, is gone. I don't want to admit that I'm this or I'm that. Because I live in fucking Oklahoma.
Or it's just sometimes you do things at the time. You know what I'm saying? Like most people, or maybe people who are older, they don't have that because they want cameras
You
and
just
cell phones.
found people that were down and out and knew how to
She just
manipulate
got
them.
out. Now
Just
everybody knows
manipulate
your
them, you know?
past.
That
Everybody
whole,
knows what you did at 18 and 19.
Like,
that
dude, I'll
whole
buy you
motherfucker-
quads. I'll let you shoot guns. I'll
Yeah.
give you all the meth you can smoke. I'll fucking, you know? All you gotta do is blow me and fuck me in the ass.
That whole part
You're
of
like,
it.
"Ugh."
That whole part of it just blows my mind. Okay, I don't believe that they're not gay though, or not
No,
bi,
they're,
or
they're
what you say,
definitely
fluid.
bisexual. Yeah,
Like, I
I
don't
mean,
want
whatever you
that
wanna
part of
call
the
it,
story. I don't buy it
experimentation.
because I'm like, all right, well, honestly,
Maybe it's like when girls go away to college.
Like,
and
this
they
guy
just
had
have a girl.
Joe's
Like, he was
property
just
on
doing
him and
that.
shit.
Yeah,
You know what I
like,
mean? Like, that guy loved him, dude. You know what I mean? That first guy that he married,
it sounds.
Gappy.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
Gabby.
I don't think
What's
his name's
he doing
Gabby.
over there?
Oh, he's trying to find a home.
Bailey's
Trying to take a
live.
shit.
This is where I want to lay down.
There's stuff going on in the chat. What's happening?
Nothing. Hectic was asking for the password in case you
Shout out
want
to
to join Zoom.
We've been on Zoom this whole time.
So the Zoom number.
No one has called. I don't think. It is our first time using it. So
623-034.
if you're calling, I apologize.
Password is 422-398. It is in the chat.
I don't know how it works. Joe's crying because there's no more Tiger King episodes.
But what was it? The real tiger.
With this little Dashin, the little mini Dashin that we have. He's
So what have you
also
done?
a star on the Weekend Warriors.
Do you think Netflix can top this right now? Do you think they have
I
something?
know, like, what do they got next?
Do you think
Honestly,
they have something in the
it's like
tank? Or
every time they put something out, they put something out that's
They just
equally
shut
or
down
better.
I don't know. What did they have? What did they have right before this?
Listen, it's
was
like
the hot
poker.
thing?
You don't want to
Well,
show
that's
all
not
your
true.
cards.
It's
Is
not
the
true
Ozark-
because they have a show that she watches that was huge.
the
The
Ozark
one
show
you're
now?
watching, the marriage show.
Oh, Love is Blind.
Yeah, so they did have some. Maybe it wasn't for you, or maybe it wasn't for you. But that's what
They
Tiger
have
King
little
had. It
subgroups.
has something for everybody.
Yeah, that's true.
one thing Tiger King had.
Tiger King brought us all together.
Curb was awesome.
Together, like one.
That's one thing it had was you were, even if you didn't like a character or you liked a character, there wasn't many characters.
It was funny, too, at points.
So
was
on
funny.
New Year's Eve, when we're about to be 2021, two things you gotta remember: coronavirus and the Tiger King.
Yeah.
There's three characters I liked. Like I liked the campaign manager kid who just got mind fucked
Yeah, he got wrapped up in that
into
shit.
being this guy. I liked him. I felt bad for him actually.
I felt really bad for him.
The guy with no legs, what seemed to be a normal all around
Yeah, the
guy.
manager.
He just had no legs.
Yeah.
And he had a story
I have no
about losing his legs that he didn't even get into. Where
Yeah.
I'm just like, this needs to be a documentary.
Yeah.
You said you lost your legs in a zip line accident.
Yeah.
You need to tell me more about that.
Yeah. I know,
Because now you have
there.
these. Now you have these fucking Venice
That's
Beach.
John Reinke, R-E-I-N-K, or maybe like
Graffiti
it's
wall
like
legs.
Heineke or Heinke, R-E-I-N-K-E. He was the manager.
Okay.
Yeah, that guy. And you could tell like he cared about Joe Exotic.
Yeah, he
Like
cared
he
about
wasn't
him,
saying
yeah.
like he.
He was the
everything
manager,
did
he said he had
was
to
right.
babysit those motherfuckers,
Yeah,
basically.
but
you
he
know what I
definitely
mean?
was like he cared for that dude. He was like, dude wasn't perfect, but like
Yeah.
shit was going around fucked up.
And like this chick was saying, like you went to see Joe Exotic too.
Yeah, like
You
he
know,
was
like,
an attraction.
He was a showman.
Yeah.
For sure. Like you went to see
Like a
him.
magic show.
Yeah.
Joe Exotic was an attraction just as much as the Tigers. Oh, we got another joint?
Yes, we do. Yes, we.
Yeah, so, like honestly, at the scene, I wish he was still there. I'd be like, man, we're going to Oklahoma.
As
Well,
Crockett says,
Want to bet some tigers with me, Joe?
I know a
Alexander?
tiger ate someone's limbs, but not his. I think the sure thing would easily fit in at the GW Zoo. That's what Cody says.
For
She
sure.
would.
What?
Sure.
She would be running them bitches.
She'd be drinking tiger blood with Charlie. She ain't getting AIDS.
She'd be the biggest pussy
She
there.
would be like the top bitch, right, Joe?
She has the biggest pussy there.
Oh my god, that's crazy.
She would teach the tigers and the girls.
Shout out to
That's
Wader.
what-
No, we're not talking about Wader. We're talking about the strip thing.
Yes, we're talking about the character, not the person.
Hashtag Wader.
Hashtag weekend warrior.
If you haven't seen The Weekend Warriors, please check it out. It's on Amazon Prime. It's free. If you live in another country, and if you live in another country that doesn't have it, hit me up. I'll make sure you can see it. But if you live in America, please go to Amazon Prime. It's free. If you even don't have Amazon Prime, you can just make an email and get it for free. So, Joe's
Oh,
on the thing.
free. Oh, he fell off. What's up?
I was playing with Bonesy.
So, we were discussing this, and we just wanted to bring you guys this fucking podcast. We think Tiger King is completely
Anything else on the list?
taken over. I think we're good. I think this is it. Tiger King. I think we ran out of, I mean, I'm sure if we watched it again, we'd have a fucking another full list of things we wanted to talk about.
Well, we didn't talk about the snitches at all. So.
Yeah, we don't want to talk
That's
about
like a
this.
big part.
I don't even want to talk about it. Yeah. Jeff Lowe or whatever.
Yeah.
Jeff
What?
Lowe life, as Hector says.
Yeah, that was good.
Insignificant.
Just the fucking... God, the bald fuck started it all.
Yeah.
Because it couldn't just shut the fuck up and take your shit, dude. Take your shit, dude. You got caught, take your shit.
I know. What were
Shut
you
the fuck
face?
up, dude.
No, and then he was trying to turn everybody else, too.
That's what I'm
Like-
saying, dude.
like,
And he's
be like,
talking
oh.
about, I'm gonna do it again, dude. Oh, man, makes me want to fucking punch him, dude.
I don't know, man. I can't. I didn't even want to. I purposely didn't put them on the list. Fuck those guys.
Oh, I know. It is a big part of it, though. He got his zoo stolen.
He did get his
You
Zeus
know what I
stolen
mean?
from him.
He thought this dude was his homie. And was like, yeah, put it under my name so you don't get fucked.
That's what you get for being dumb, though.
Yeah, for sure. He's got, like I said, he had always been a man and never not had to trust anybody.
But he trusted that guy without him showing loyalty.
Just trusted him. He just trusted him. This guy was cool as shit. He was like, yeah, trust him. Trust him. He's cool. He was a con man.
It was all
Con mans
appearance.
are easy to
It
trust
was all
if you're an
appearance.
idiot, dude.
Hold
And
on.
a con man can pick out an idiot right when he sees him, dude. You know what I mean?
Be like, oh, I'll sell you a bridge.
Shout out to Jay Donnelly. He just had a comment. What's the comment, baby?
All right.
Birches.
Sorry.
These birches.
Anybody out there drinking tonight? We never drink, really.
I know.
For
I
some
just
reason,
I wanted a shot to loosen up, and then we
Yeah.
just started drinking.
for some reason, we
Hector
wanted
said
to.
it isn't working, but then Jason Alice said, "What up, D?"
He said something else. It was a big.
Oh, hold on.
You can read it right here if you can.
Oh, I see. Sorry, my bad. He said, definitely not edited besides basic drama production for the doc. Many basic fuck-ups from the D-Tex. Evidence collection was a shit show. The van DNA, the estate,
They
will
just-
timeline, premeditated AF.
I agree with you.
He just they wanted him. They wanted him out of the picture.
Yeah.
For sure, dude.
Jason Donnelly said he's drinking Tito's and ginger ale.
I'm drinking whiskey.
Lime?
Fireball. Joe's
What's up?
drinking. What are you drinking? What's his? What's your
Glen Morangi. So it's basically
Scotch and
it's
whiskey.
a sherry cask finish whiskey. It's 12 years old
Facebook,
aged.
YouTube. What's up? YouTube. Go to YouTube if you're on Facebook.
I'm legal. I have gray hairs.
That's my ID.
That's
I'll
my
find
ID.
the
I have
album.
gray hairs.
Gray hairs are my ID.
That's how you know I'm 21 plus.
Oh, that was a good beat.
Put that on the next. Make it be flat.
All right, cool.
I gotta work tomorrow. This is
I
fantastic.
think we're out, right?
Do you think people will show up to work drunk?
We got some concepts
and
coming
it'll
up.
Be all right.
We already have
Maybe that'll be
our
on the
next.
next show.
Hector's saying click something. What's he saying?
Oh, let me see. Let me
Click
see
it.
who's calling.
Click it with my ticket.
I don't see you calling. You calling me?
Hold on, let me get Hector this way. Hector. FaceTime.
You calling us, Hectic?
How do we do it? How do we get Hector on here? He says he's trying to call in.
No, it would show up. I don't
How about I try to
How about I
see
try that?
participants.
invite? Send
There
a
you
message.
go. He's figuring it out, ladies and gentlemen.
Figure it out. We're just gonna call him.
Cody says, thanks for the laughs tonight. Cheers. Taking a shot of rum.
Oh,
Yes!
we're gonna keep going, man. We're gonna call Hectic.
Get rico. Uh-oh.
Hectic up in here. It says it's,
Now, is that your alcohol of preference?
me?
No, I'm talking to Joe. He's
Oh,
like,
Joe.
I know you like Fireball.
If it's
already.
booze, I like tequila.
Tequila. Ding, 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 ding.
If
But
it's-
do you like,
Beer, I like Heineken or Corona.
so you like a little bit strong beer?
Yeah.
But for tequila, do you like Cuervo? Do you like Patron?
If I had to pick something, Cabo Wabo.
Cabo Wabo. Sounds like a vacation.
The blue bottle.
Sounds like Vegas. Like,
blue bottle.
What goes in Cabo Wabo stays in Cabo Wabo.
No, it's good.
Salt, lime? No.
You just
Straight
say it
up.
straight?
Like a real man. Just tequila straight up. What
I
about
haven't
you,
figured this out.
Mr. DL? Although I think he's
My
gonna say
drink,
Fireball.
my all-time drink will probably be Grey Goose and cranberry juice, but I don't really
Oh,
drink that
you
anymore.
surprised me there. I didn't know you were gonna say that.
What were we gonna say?
I thought you were gonna say Fireball.
No, that's just some recent shit.
Recent, as in the last 5-6 years of your life.
When I
Since
started,
it came out.
yeah, when I started doing that album with Alias, the
Oh,
Burner and
shout
Hooch
out to
album.
Alias.
Man, I can't figure out how to get this motherfucker up in here, man.
I know he has to join the meeting and then put in the password. Because
know.
I know we tried it earlier today and it worked.
See,
Are we
So-
still on?
we're still on here.
Emoticon.
Trying to get Hectic in here.
Shrug? I don't know.
I just burped.
We'll send it one more time.
As Crockett
If he
says,
doesn't do
I'll
it-
show, but I don't really know what that. Oh, Natty
Message
Ice and
failed to
80
Hectic
proof
twice.
Southern Comfort with lime is what
Whoa.
S
Well,
Crockett
everybody-
is drinking.
Drink as
Okay.
much as you want because you don't have to drive anywhere.
That's right. You being safe. This is responsible drinking
Yeah, it is.
and smoking marijuana.
Thanks for kicking it with
Whoa,
us.
social distance.
Oh,
Social distance.
so
Make sure
6
you guys.
feet. Back it up.
Make sure you guys stay home safe.
Be safe.
And we're out of here.
Coronavirus.